Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Oh, good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Lots to get to today. Bill has his pullover sign. He's ready to go. So if you're driving by,
you see a situation,
he'll see you.
He'll get
He's
addressed.
got this sign pulled up. Don't speed by. Don't do anything crazy. Bill will pull you over from the studio.
Jake, anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. So, we'll get right into idle chit-chat off the bat here because we had a moment before the show.
It was a real one.
So, Josh, by the way, is
back.
First time in a couple
What's he
days.
wearing?
He has a Chicago Bears old school jacket on.
Yes.
Sweet. Nice jacket.
Silk.
Nice jacket. Now,
The Bears.
Now, if you are aware of the NFL draft in April, you would know that the Chicago Bears have the first overall pick, courtesy of a trade made last year with the Panthers, who would have owned the number 1 overall pick. And so Sip walked in saying,
okay, wait a second. That's valuable information.
Yeah. Now just what else happened,
So
Jake?
Sip walks in saying, well, Josh is wearing a Caleb Williams jacket. I'm like, no, he's wearing a Bears jacket. He's like, well, the Bears. He said, what do the Bears have to do to get Caleb Williams?
The exact question. What would they have to do to get Caleb Williams?
Which, after a slight pause, Bill, you said.
I said, just draft him.
Because
they have the number 1 pick.
Because
not complicated.
They have the first
in the first pick of the draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams. That's all they have to do to get him. That's it. There's no other. Well, we got to make a move. We got to slide somebody over.
I guess.
No trades. No trades.
By the way, this conversation happened at 5:57. It was literally 4 minutes ago. We had the conversation.
Here's why.
It just happened.
Here's why. No, this is where it came from. I was listening to another station. They were talking about Caleb Williams being the Bears quarterback. And I was thinking, well, they have Justin Fields. So what are they going to do here?
That's different than how do they do it? How do they pull this off? What is the
original question? It couldn't go that way.
No, I did wonder, sort of
right now, if the Chiefs wanted to get him, it'd be hard.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot.
If you followed up by saying, well, they have to trade Fields right away, we wouldn't have punished you so much.
So what do you do, though? I mean, what do you do? You can't have them both.
Well, if you want Caleb Williams, you draft him and you trade Justin Fields, likely.
So it's going to trade Justin Fields.
I mean, it's been a rumor that the Falcons are interested in Justin Fields. There's been no move yet here, but that's the team that is probably, if there is a trade.
From Shefty?
I'd say a lot of people. Shefty, other reporters at Rappaport probably said that.
It's interesting.
There's no one really you can fully lock into with R.I.P. Mortensen.
No, absolutely.
Because that's if Mort said it, it'd be like, okay, hang on a second.
Stop what you're doing. Mort has spoken.
Or if Bob Lee comes into the office, it comes into ESPN office, something's going down. Remember Greenberg always talking about that. He always said they'd be on air, and all of a sudden Bob Lee would come through. It's like something's going down. Bob's here.
Oof.
Yeah, Bob's here.
So, yeah, the Caleb Williams discussion is interesting. And I heard Ryan Leaf say, if you draft him, if the Bears draft him, Josh is back. This is nice. Yeah. If the Bears draft him, can't start him. He's not ready. Not ready to be there.
I'm not sure if the Bears are ready to do that real fast, to be like, okay, we're going to draft him and not start him. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm not saying what he's saying.
I'm just saying what Ryan Leaf
There's a lot of success, but the problem where everything that's all changed is this year. What happened with the Texans?
Help me.
CJ Stroud.
Came in and had an incredible year.
Second overall.
There was a while where he was in the running for the MVP.
The real
MVP, not just Rookie of the Year, the MVP.
Yep.
And that's the kind of year that he had. It was incredible. And so
first overall pick had a rough year, Bryce Young. Second overall pick, Stroud had an incredible year. Yeah, and the clear and obvious Rookie of the Year, no one even questioned that. And MVP consideration, deservedly so. His numbers were amazing this year. First year.
So that takes everything away from the old, you know what, just bring a guy in, do the Aaron Rodgers, sit for a few years, learn how it works. So anyway, that very, very interesting.
So just draft him.
Just draft him.
To answer the question,
draft
they
him.
have the first
That's how you get
overall.
around him.
There's nobody in their way of drafting him if they want him.
How
No
do you
one.
pull
Yes.
this off?
Yes, there is a company that is with us on board, right, Jake? Nebco. Nebco is an incredible paving company. They're putting things there. Oh yeah, they're huge. It started out as Able Construction. That's kind of the base of it, and then Nebco. Now there's also constructors. There's different branches, but Xanadu happened yesterday.
Oh, Xanadu.
I was able. I spoke to the group of Nebco, and guess where it was at? In the back hall of Misty Isles in Havelock.
Oh God,
it was incredible. So I went into Misty
place.
Isles. We haven't been there forever.
In Havelock,
leather seats and everything. I talked to the bartender for a while there around noon.
what time? Oh, noon.
At noon. I spoke a little later on. I went over for lunch and just and met with some of the people over there. Anyway, incredible group. But then after I got done speaking, they brought out beer and Misty Isles pizza.
Ooh.
And that is
Didn't even know they had that.
That is in debate for best pizza in Lincoln.
Wait a second.
And I'm saying it is. I'd vote it one. They make their own pizza.
Misty Isles.
Misty
Isles, right?
What's that?
Isles pizza.
Isles.
Misty's is across the street.
I call it Misty Isles.
Okay.
It's still called Misty Isles. If you look at the name, it's Misty Isles.
Misty Isles pizza.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I know that.
That's okay. So it's okay, but it's very good pizza.
Very good pizza.
The Isles is great. Yeah. Wonderful spot in Havelock. I've eaten there many times. They've got a lot of good options. The Leaning Tower Pizza is one of their best options.
Right. So is this is a combination of the two?
What's up? Not really. I don't think so. Not really. There's nothing to do with it.
So it's Misty's pizza.
But it is Misty's. It's if you look the
people are confused.
Caleb Williams is.
It's called
the Isles is on the north side. Misty's on the south side of the street.
But if you look at on the name on the back of the building is Misty Isles. That's the name.
On the back of the Isles.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
As I
see my own eyes.
I'll be go to hell.
Yeah.
I parked back behind that
I'll
place
be
before.
damned.
If someone is in Havelock.
Can you confirm that Bill's not crazy and that it says
Missing Tooth
Misty
Greg.
Isles on it?
Could you please
He's
go?
in Worthington, Minnesota.
He's in Worthington, Minnesota.
Well, he's at the Minnesota State High School hockey championship.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Greg, is there any way you could take a picture?
He might be.
We are an investigator out there. Our private detective.
I'm accurate. Anyway, incredible group.
Good pizza.
And the pizza is
it is
beer
good.
pizza.
That's what I vote for #1 pizza in Lincoln now.
It's very good.
Yes.
The Isles is amazing. It's a beautiful place. Wonderful spot.
And the beer was good.
And the beer was good.
Misty's is incredible. I haven't been there for a couple months. It's not open on Mondays. I like to. It's not open on Mondays, which has caused me problems. I like to go out to eat on Mondays.
The best food that they have over at Misty's, the original Misty's, is sit at the lounge in the round deal and get the prime rib bits.
I've heard you say that before.
And you eat that with a toothpick.
Okay, let's get it up. Let's get an update here.
Oh yeah,
because I was confused. All right, Greg and Lincoln is going to back Bill up to a certain extent here. All right, it says it's just the Isles now. Misty's owned the restaurant way back in the day, but now different owners the last 30 years. Best pizza in Nebraska. Yes. So there has been Misty.
But on the back,
it says Misty.
It still says Misty Isles on the back.
I just learned something new then. Yes. I had no idea there was affiliation between those two ever.
I didn't know either.
But they're both wonderful spots.
It would make sense though, wouldn't it?
It would. It's great.
Right across the street.
Great
and
pizza.
that's where. And think about that. That's where Nebco goes for their meeting.
God,
it was an epic meeting.
Xanadu on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday do.
Yes.
Anything for you, Sip, on idle chit chat?
I don't think so. It was a whirlwind day, but I think it's no.
I would like to give
in Manawa.
You're in Manawa. Okay. Bill did some research after the show on the Royal Zoo situation.
Hey, real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. On that though, I said I passed along information from a breaker that did the research.
Okay.
Steve Mossman, who we consider is the lawyer for the he'd be like our personal lawyer.
He's our lawyer?
Yeah, he's the lawyer of the Stars.
Okay.
No, I have family lawyers.
Okay. But he's the lawyer of the Stars here in Lincoln. There's two people like that. There's him, and you'll like who's the other lawyer of the Stars here in town? You'd know, Sipple. Hal Anderson.
Yes. Hal
Anderson. There's two lawyers that run the city. It's Hal Anderson and it's Steve Mossman.
Okay.
And Steve did you can now proceed with the research that he did.
Well, you found out that there was actually a book written about the incident at the Royal Zoo. It's called Zoo Nebraska. A guy from UNL, Carson Vaughn. Now he's used to be at the Daily Nebraska. Now he's been writing across the country. Wrote the book, and I saw it has rave reviews.
Rave reviews.
I saw the LA Times reviewed it. Somebody did, and across the country, there's rave reviews on the Royal Zoo, Nebraska.
Did you guys purchase it?
I'm getting it today.
Off
I'm getting
Amazon?
it today. Yes, off Amazon. Tell them the price.
It was like less than $5, right? Wasn't it $5?
So I will pass it around. We'll all read it. We'll highlight what we felt was the most
We can have a
important part.
book club.
We
Have a book club. Who the best get together? Have
on
a book
Zoo,
club
Nebraska.
on Zoo, Nebraska.
We can have a book club.
And just don't forget, Ruben was on the Johnny Carson show.
I know it is an amazing story.
Yeah.
It's
a sad story.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's a very sad story.
At the same time.
sad and interesting at the same
Interesting. They threw a gas girl through a van, and they killed a deer in the alley.
If there's any sort of video,
in the alley. That was fiction.
Never let facts get in the way of a good story.
like there's got to be some sort of video from a TV station that shows the wreckage of the situation, right? The aftermath.
The best part about I want you to think
Perhaps.
about this. Royal, I think the population is 86 or 89.
Yep, something like that. It's
They
below
have
100.
they have Grove Lake. They have a very nice lake.
You're
there.
familiar with this area.
Yes, they have a trout stream, and they have a tackle shop with a live alligator in it. And they also had a zoo with 3 chimpanzees.
Royal sounds fascinating.
That sounds like I mean,
Cool
imagine
town,
growing
man.
up. Where'd you grow up in? Royal? Oh, whoa. That's a whoa.
It is.
The coolest small town out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, below 100 people.
And what you have to say, you have to ask, were you there when the chimps got loose?
You have to.
You have to. It's the first question you ask. So all of a sudden, where are you from, Royal? Hang on a second. Where were you that day in 2005?
How old were you?
Where were
And they know exactly what day you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's no question.
There's
About the
probably
day.
it has-
Chilling.
There has
It's
to be
a chilling story.
Yes.
It's chilling.
As you said, Sip, there's no story that ever starts with wild chimps that somebody's not reading in any paper, any publication.
This falls
anywhere.
right into this. This
Think
is,
about it.
This is way better than Joe Erotic.
Hold on.
It screams a similar
It's
situation.
very similar.
Very similar.
I got to think about that.
But
one.
this could be a Netflix
It's
show.
Joe Exotic, by the way.
Erotic exotic. We made our own version of the show. Tiger King, Liger King, why not? Yeah.
It's Joe Exotic.
Okay. But this could be
Not Joe Erotic.
It's not Joe Erotic.
No.
It's not.
Let's make that clear.
Make that clear. Josh, how in God's name can the Bears get Caleb Williams? How can they do it? What can they do? The first pick
How are they gonna-
overall, Chicago Bears draft Caleb Williams from USC.
This draft's my
How
favorite.
are they
it.
going to pull this
How
off?
can they pull this off? What do they do? What kind of magic? What is the GM up to get this done?
Okay.
Anyway, this could be a Netflix. You don't tell me Netflix wouldn't want to come out and study this book and read this book and do a
serious.
special.
Where
on
have
this.
they been? If
Yeah.
you do it now, where have you been?
Especially
Netflix?
because
make this a deal.
Especially as Ruben had been on the Johnny Carson show.
I know. Here's the deal.
I hear.
I hear a train.
Fire truck.
To answer Jake's
ambulance.
question, would there be footage? Now, if you were a city leader and the chimps did damage throughout your city, you would be. My thinking would be, hey, before the news trucks get here, we got to get stuff cleaned up and get these chimps under control.
Call them after everything's been
Channel 8 out of Norfolk's en route. We better
we got to get this cleaned up.
we gotta get this
yes,
Hey, get the chimps in there
Hey,
somewhere.
get the deer out of here. Get the deer body.
Clean it up.
We don't need the deer. The
Somebody just give us their garage
Pick up
for a day.
just stuff in the
Who has an
garage.
outbuilding?
So I would want to get it cleaned up, and maybe they just got it cleaned up. If you were the city administrator, you'd say, we get the chimps, get them under control, and clean everything up.
Get the chimps is the first thing.
'Cause-
Number one,
Because
get
Dick Jan is
the
going to be
Hey,
there in a
guys,
second.
Dick Jan is on
Get
his
your
way.
hit together. Get
Right. This is our city. We can't have this. We can't have it.
I
look
just
like
want
it's
to know
out
when
of
it's
control.
also like, sir, yes, tranquilizer's not working. Tranquilizer gun not working.
Problems.
Not even slowing them down.
Yeah.
It's making them stronger for some reason.
Having
They're
slow
getting
Getting the
stronger.
chimps under control would be the hardest part.
Imagine the next day down having coffee. The next day, all guys are getting together. Farmers are in town.
That's
So,
coffee talk.
Hey, it's coffee talk.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What'd you see
Hear about
yesterday?
hear about what happened yesterday?
Did you get any visual of the scene? Oh,
Ruben,
There were cell phones in 05.
yes.
It was
the block
05.
ones. They had the block ones at that
Yeah,
time.
I think
I
they
think
were
a
better than that.
BlackBerry might have been around in 05.
Yeah.
I think
Is there a BlackBerry at that
Were
time?
Androids
BlackBerry.
around? Androids around?
Probably, yeah.
What year
the Razor
again?
maybe 05.
05.
I think the Razor might
Oh
be
yeah,
around.
Bill.
you know what? Texting was around. That's only going to text like 10 10 or 12 letters.
It was September 11th of 2005. So it was a Saturday, by the way. It was a Husker football game Saturday, I imagine. It was, unless there was a week off.
No, they're not that early in the season.
No chance that early.
They're playing for sure that day. So
just,
I look forward to
people
reading
just watching the game. All of a sudden, what just ran by that window? Was that Ruben? Was that Ruben?
That's Joey.
That's Ruben.
That's Ruben.
What was he doing? He's carrying our grill.
He just threw it.
He just launched it.
He just throw that?
Quarter's almost over here. Just hold on.
Yeah.
They're at the 1 yard. Like, come on, we can't stop watching now.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, before we end idle chit chat, basketball last night. I watched the whole thing, thank goodness, but one of the most horrifyingly disgusting basketball games. It was terrible. Can you confirm it was terrible?
All I can see that was saying the whole time was I generalized things too much, probably. And I just don't think the Big Ten's that good. I mean, top to bottom. I'm not
saying that all year.
It's not when you just go, okay, they have one great team, a couple good teams, Nebraska being one. You just watch it. It's like that was Michigan State, Northwestern.
Yeah.
That was someone that was in the Northwestern was in a 3-seed spot, and it was horrific.
So here's the deal: Michigan State hosting Northwestern on Michigan State senior night. They beat Northwestern 53-49. It was a horrible, horrible basketball game. Tom Izzo said, "I don't care. We won ugly. We won. Yeah, it was a bad game, but we won the game. We're happy."
First thing he said after the game was, "Wow, ugly game."
Yep, that's what he said. His
first words, "Wow, that was ugly."
His comment was that post game.
It's a lot of games like that. I mean, maybe not that ugly, but
now Tyson Walker had a nice end of the game. He was good for Michigan State closing things out, but the game was just it had no rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
It was so many clank shots. Now Langborg was back for Northwestern. He missed the last couple games with an ankle, so they're only down Ty Berry, who's out for the season. But that Langborg was back for Northwestern, and nothing ever got flowing in this basketball game.
Hold on. This is, you said no rhythm.
No rhythm at all.
A lot of clank shots.
Yes.
That describes 80% of the college basketball games I see.
Do you see a lot of 53-49 scores in college basketball?
No, you don't. You don't. But you see a lot of clank shots and no rhythm. That's what you see. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah. Tyson Walker, 19 points for Michigan State. Malik Hall, 15 points, 17 rebounds for Michigan State in their win. So as of right now, Nebraska is tied for third in the Big Ten standings.
They need to win
tied for
game
third
on Sunday.
Beat Michigan.
That's
Michigan.
a tough one.
You can't beat Michigan. You don't deserve to have the 4 seed or the 3 seed. That's on you. You have the worst team in the conference left. If you can't handle business, you don't deserve the 4 seed.
Michigan's won like 1 or 2 games since mid-December.
They're terrible. They're terrible.
Can't disagree.
The other game last night, Indiana is starting to find their rhythm. They've won 3 straight games. They won at Minnesota. I think had only had 1 or 2 losses at home before last night.
That shocked me. I thought
Indiana wins 70-58 at Minnesota last night.
Minnesota looked terrible.
Hey,
I watched a good part of that also.
I'm glad. I'm glad I don't gamble, because I would have put a lot of money on Minnesota to win the game.
I agree.
I would have.
So, surprising result. Michigan State, not surprised to see them beat Northwestern, but Indiana winning by 12 on the road at Minnesota, that's a little bit surprising. A little bit surprising there. So, Hoosiers, 3 straight wins are starting to find, and Xavier Johnson's back. He had missed a lot of time. Xavier Johnson's back for Indiana.
They could be a problem in the tournament.
I agree with that.
They're a problem in the tournament.
Could be
Write it down. Write it down.
They could be a problem.
So Woodson's probably safe.
I think he's safe right now. Good end of the year for him. We'll see.
Yeah,
they have 1 more game to go before the Big Ten tournament.
Does Michigan play tonight?
Tonight's game. Thank you, Bill, for asking.
They're off too.
We have 1 game tonight in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Rutgers at Wisconsin this evening.
That's an interesting game.
6 p.m. FS1. Do you want to guess the spread of that game?
Wisconsin 4 and a hook.
It's pretty good guess. Oh, hold on. Maybe more than that. I'll say 6.
9.5 Wisconsin. 9.5.
That's a big number.
That's a big number.
Rutgers beat them already once this year, obviously in Piscataway.
Strange number. God, that's a strange number.
That would be. I would say right now, Wisconsin is playing for their life. They lose this one, they're going to lose the last one at Purdue, and so that would be. That means they'd be 2-9. They'd be 2-9 in their last 11 if they lose those 2 games.
And you're right. They need to win this game.
I was looking at CBS Sports bracketology, and still, as of yesterday, they go through like the locks in the conference. Wisconsin, for some reason, is still a lock. Purdue, obviously a lock. Illinois and Wisconsin, the only 3 locks they have in the Big Ten. And I said, how can they be a lock?
I don't get it.
They're what, fifth in the conference right now.
I'm sorry.
They're 2-9 their last 11 games.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
And they're falling apart. How can you bet them as a lock?
I don't know.
What makes them a lock?
I
don't understand.
I don't know either.
I'm blown away by that.
Yeah.
But they beat Marquette, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a nice win.
They have a
couple early wins.
They have a couple good early season wins.
And the whole season matters. It does matter. But when you're playing, they're doing nothing good right now. They really aren't.
They have 18 wins. I mean, 18 is fine, but
I can see them saying a 9 seed or a 12 seed or something. They're saying they're a 6 seed.
They're saying they're a lock.
I think
no matter what
I think what happened is they were so good early.
Yep.
They were up. They were a 2 seed for a lot. I think they were so good that people can't let it go. They can't let it go.
Evidently. But let's see what happens tonight.
I mean, I can't imagine in that room if they do lose these last 2 games, and if they get bounced in the first game of the tournament, and being like, well, okay, they've lost the last 13 games. They're 2-11, but I think maybe by a 4 seed. This makes no sense.
If they lose tonight, you there's no way you can call them a lock. Rutgers is not good. We just
it's weird.
Rutgers,
okay,
I mean they're not a horrible team, but
they're
not
scrappy.
A team you should not lose to at home.
Scrappy.
I just it's what you said earlier. The Big Ten's not good. That's always sort of my first reaction. Then when I watch they do have the rosters are big, strong, good-looking teams. I don't know. It's not as good as it usually is.
It's not good.
Not as good as it usually
top to bottom. There's 2 or 3 good teams. One great team, couple good teams. Nebraska's one of the good teams.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's not. You don't look. You're not watching.
It's not like it usually is.
No,
it's not a year you think you have a bunch of teams in the Big Ten.
There's times you might have like 8.
I don't think so.
Sometimes you might be like, hey, 8 teams could get in.
Yeah.
7 teams could get in. Now it's like,
who's making a run in the tournament?
don't see like 3 or 4 teams making the Sweet 16. I see maybe Purdue should be they're going to be a 1 seed. They should make it. Illinois could, but they also don't play defense. They rely on great shooting, and that doesn't always happen in the tournament.
Who'd they beat the other day? 105 to
Minnesota.
98. Minnesota put up 98. They just scored 50.
They scored 58 in their home court. 58 against Indiana last night. They put up 97 against Illinois.
Rutgers isn't bad. The 9.5 is confusing to me. Rutgers is all right.
Where's Rutgers at right now? About 4th from the bottom?
Yep.
3rd or 4th?
Let's check it out.
Are they playing for something, which means can it keep them out of
Rutgers right now is 12th place, 3rd from last in the conference.
What's their overall?
Does a win give them a chance to get out of the first 2 play-in games?
Yes. If they win, they would be 8-11, tied with Ohio State and Penn State with that record. They are 15-14 overall. So they could get out of that. Yeah, the bottom 4. They could.
They're playing for something.
They have
one thing going. They're trying to. Hey, listen, can we get to the NIT?
Well, Wisconsin's trying to get to the top 4 seed. They're 5th right now. They're 5th in the conference. Wisconsin is. So
it's fun. It's kind of fun down the stretch. Nebraska's got to beat Michigan.
Just do
a big game.
6 p.m. FS1 tonight. Rutgers at Wisconsin.
It's tempting to watch. It's tempting.
What's the most exciting thing about the Michigan-Nebraska game? Total attendance.
On senior day for Michigan.
On senior day. We're thinking at 400. We're thinking 400 people.
11 a.m. game.
11
Just get it over with. They're saying.
Yes. I can't wait to see it.
How much they'll pan to the crowd.
They won't. There will not be any panning. They will not pan.
There will not be any pan.
That's probably the first thing they get together. Is it on BTN? Don't pan.
No pan.
Don't pan. Just stay really tight. Just show the court.
The coaches
do not go above 1 row deep. Don't go above 1 row deep. Because when Nebraska played at Minnesota in the first, December like that. They
didn't show the crowd.
They didn't show the crowd. There was no one there. There was nobody. There were tons of empty seats in the first row.
See what you can
last
do.
Night it wasn't that full. I watched that game too.
Sometimes they can't help. I mean, it's just the circumstances. Oh, there's a shot of the stands, and you can go pretty far up, but it's fleeting. You can only
Minnesota would show like a ground level shot, and you could see the crowd last night. I'm saying they probably had 3,000-4,000 people there.
Last night?
Yeah.
They showed like the upper. It was
There's
empty,
nothing.
Empty.
Everything was
empty.
empty.
Whoa, there's nobody there?
Yeah.
No.
Very odd. Very odd sight for Minnesota.
Big Ten basketball is weird. It's weird. It's just weird to me. Tonight will be hard to watch. The game will be hard to watch, but I might watch it.
You might check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell me if you guys watch it, if you're entertained. You're thoroughly entertained.
We'll see what I can do. That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call or text Andrew and the squad at 402-440-7667. 6297 reminder, 50% off your first fertilizer application. If you call them first time person, first time using
He
Newton's,
startled me this morning. I
off.
went out to grab a Gatorade out of the garage.
There he was.
There he was.
Hey, Bill. Oh, God.
He's sharpening some of his equipment and stuff in my extra garage.
Yeah, I don't think you can expect him to be quiet. He's working.
He's working. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at him.
Yeah.
I was, hey, this guy just startled a little bit.
I received a text.
Startling. That'd be really startling.
I received a text late yesterday morning, Bill, from Steve Sipple with some show ideas here. He wanted to give me. He had some.
No, that was
Are
not.
you are you doing? Is that who you are? You want to do Bill Thrills?
I want to do this for a second. I want to see what people actually think
show
about.
idea.
A show idea, not just one
Okay.
topic. Now, Casey Tominaga, Sip, as we know, is a cult following in the state. Actually, he's very popular.
Yeah, I
on the
wouldn't
Big
call
Ten.
it cult following.
Oh, he's got a cult following.
I'd say it's more than a cult following. But anyway,
What is it?
He's got a big following.
He's got a big following.
Yeah.
In the Big
He's a
Ten.
popular player.
The Big Ten
I
network.
think a cult following's cool.
It is
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
He's got something.
that was a compliment to him. It wasn't a diss. Sometimes cult can be disses. That was a
Yeah.
compliment.
Rico's got a cult following.
Yeah.
K-State's bigger than that.
Well, K-State is popular in the Big Ten. They love showing him on BTN. All those guys love showing Tominaga highlights. He's the guy that if Nebraska gets going, could be the reason why they make a run if he gets going, if he's hot, right?
Mhm.
So you had a question you posed.
Well, here's what happened.
But please tell me what you texted me.
Here's what happened.
Tell 'em,
Sean
listeners.
Callahan brought it up
Okay.
in a Bidcast podcast. Maybe you would consider retiring his jersey. There's only 4 retired at Nebraska.
Hoppin.
Stu Lance, Hoppin, Piatkowski, and Lou.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stu Lance, Hoppin, Piatkowski.
I saw 3 of
Lou.
them play.
Yeah. I didn't see Stu Lance. Yeah, we're the same. And the immediate reaction by Sipple, third person, and Robin Washut was no. Now, then as I thought about it, I couldn't just dismiss it completely, especially if they would win a couple games in the NCAA
And he's a big
tournament.
reason why. If he's the reason why.
Yeah, if they would win a couple games in the NCAA tournament and he plays well, his popularity and impact is such that I could see it going to the level of just bear with me.
We're bearing.
Trev has to call a meeting of whoever would decide this and just maybe put it on the table. Guys, what do we do here? Is this something we consider? And somebody might say, no, Trev, let's move on with the day.
Move on with the day.
Consideration is
Let's
something.
let's
Consideration
talk
is
about
something.
the concessions.
But my first reaction was you guys' first reaction this morning. No. The more I thought about it, if they win and he scores 20 in a game, I mean, he's had an incredible impact.
He has.
On the program. His numbers don't do it though. He's averaged 10.9 points for his career. He's averaging 14 this year. That's pretty good, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd have to go past. For instance,
He'd have to go berserk the next couple.
Well,
of
he would
games.
have to go past some guys like Andre Smith, who was the Big 8 Player of the Year.
Yeah,
he was the Big 8.
he's Big 8 Player of the Year. He's not.
He was a Big 8.
Not retired.
All right. He was the Big 8 Player of the Year.
Here.
Jerry Fort, who you would remember.
Yes.
He was my first kind of. I idolized Jerry Fort. He earned all Big 8 honors for 3 straight seasons. I mean, he averaged 18 points for his career.
18.
Andre averaged.
But what
50.
year was Fort?
Fort was 73 to 76.
So it averaged 18 with no 3-point line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into pistol numbers here. I'm gonna
Pretty
go.
good.
That's right. Yeah, that's phenomenal. That means,
It's very
means
good.
he's probably was like averaging 22.
Now, I will say this, and I said it to you guys before the show.
Okay.
It's not like there's a lot of guys, though, that you'd say, oh, no, he needs his jersey retired. There's not. You wouldn't have to. There's those two. I mean, I'd say Andre Smith being number 1 on that list. I think Strickland, you could make a case. But it's not.
I would love to refer to on this subject to Eric Strickland to see what he's
see what he says.
But when you say numbers, when you just right there, just popularity and the type of thing is incredible. But 10 points a game,
10.9.
it'd be different if you were. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Steve.
Nearly
Sorry,
11.
Steve.
Nearly 11. Excuse me.
10.9 without being a lockdown defender. He was a lockdown defender with numerous steals a game and all those things. That's different.
The reason I would give a little bit of conversation to this is, okay, if this team does win the first ever tournament game in program history. You want to honor it somehow, right? Can one person's jersey
let me ask you
retired
this.
from that be that one?
If they win, I think we're all in agreement. Fred's getting a statue.
I'm building it.
The statue. Is the statue with Tominaga? Is he with him?
Now there's a good
statue
question.
out front.
Maybe
that's a good question.
That would be the way to look at it.
Yeah, maybe you could do something like that.
That might be even cooler than having your jersey retired. The statue's out front. That's me. I'm on the statue.
I don't know if in that meeting room at North Stadium, if you just shut down the conversation or not. He's very popular. He had a huge impact. I don't know if you could do it though. I will say this though, when you look, it was sort of startling to me that the 4 that you retired deserve it. You can't. I mean, I could make a case for Andre Smith.
How can you not? He was the Big 8 Player of the Year.
Right. I'm. Yeah.
Who else deserves conversation for
not too many? That's what I'm saying. Not too many. Yeah, not too many. I mean, I don't know. Fort would be a stretch. Yes. Andres wouldn't be a stretch.
I don't know. 18 points a game and 3-time first team all league.
Yeah.
It was first team all league 3 times.
I mean, yeah. I mean, could you make a case for Alex Marich?
Yes.
I don't. No, I don't.
You can make a. You could make a case. You wouldn't retire his jersey. You can make a case.
It'd be strange if you saw it. You'd be like, wait a second, why's Marich up there? He was good.
Great player.
He was incredible.
Great player.
Yeah. He was one of the most, according to the Nebraska Media Guide, one of the most dominant big men in the first 12 years of the Big 12 era. He was a first-team all Big 12 pick.
Very good player.
Yeah. But you can't. I mean, you're not going to make a case for Siobhan Shields. He's the 5th leading scorer. Jerron Boone 7th. Strick maybe.
Jerron Boone 7th.
Yeah.
Is that right? I wouldn't have guessed him that high.
Yeah. Anyway, like Vincent. Vincent was good. You love Vincent. I love Vincent, but he's not. You wouldn't retire his jersey. No. He averaged 12 per game. I mean,
it comes down to if they win a game or two. Yeah.
Again, because of the popularity and what he's brought to the game and the energy, it just needs to be just celebrated, but not celebrated.
But you don't hang his jersey up there next to Luke.
It's not even in the conversation.
Could he be? He could be in the.
You're shutting it down.
Yeah, I'm shutting it down.
He could be in the statue with Hoiberg.
Yes, that's what I
I appreciate that opinion. If I were Trev right now, I'd say I appreciate that, guys. We're gonna have a little more discussion on it.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll do that. When we come back,
how do we get Caleb Williams?
Tech time with Trip. Get your questions in at 464-5685 next. An early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hello? Hello?
Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know, you heard from him last week. It was so good we had to bring him back again this week. That is a Trip from Computer Hardware for Tech Time with Trip. He's coming for our jobs, guys. We know he's coming. He's going to take our jobs by next week, and we'll be out of jobs and doing other stuff. So,
plus, I just feel stupid when
I
we're
know.
here. He knows so much more.
He knows everything.
Everything. So we just feel like idiots.
And he's donning his Ashland Greenwood shirt today because they play. Going for a three-peat in basketball. Trip.
Go Blue Jays. Yes, sir. 1:30.
Who do we have in here?
We have Jeremiah Tripp from
Where's he work?
Computer Hardware, 70th and O in Lincoln. There's 3 locations also in Hastings, Kearney, and Grand Island. And he's here because he helps answer questions about technology, your computers, your phones, your watches, Apple products. Nebraska's Apple store is Computer Hardware at 70th and O, and also, like I said, Hastings, Kearney, and GI. And Tripp, off the bat, I have a question for you.
Oh, boy.
Because it's a personal question about my phone. So I asked you about computers last week.
Yep.
And what you do to recycle them. So we all know we get a new phone every couple years, and they give us back the old phone. What are you supposed to do with the old phone? Do you recycle it? What should people do with their old phones when they're done with them?
Yeah, we can definitely recycle. Like, we talked about it last week. We have a recycling program. Our Grand Island store heads a lot of that up for us. Sometimes there is some value in, equipment that people have. And so if you want to bring that back in, we could definitely give you a free estimate.
Okay.
On, phone or whatever it is. We're pretty selective, I would say. We don't just trade or buy back on everything. But, if there's value to it, we will absolutely give you, some sort of option there.
Someone wants to know, can they actually buy a brand new phone from you guys?
Ooh,
If
interesting.
You want the 15, the 16, can they buy it at Computer Hardware or not?
It is a product that we don't stock,
okay,
but we do have the ability to sell you the new phones. Yes. I mean, you can come in. Really, the value that people see is us helping you get all of that in place and avoiding the big box stores that you don't want to go to, the carrier stores that you don't want to go to, and you get the runaround and you get sold things that just are maybe unnecessary or overpriced, right? We're going to, it's a product that we don't stock in store, but we do have the ability to get you what you want and take the headache out of it.
If
fewer headaches.
Oh yeah, what do you got,
If
Bill?
someone with an Android walks in, do you laugh at him? Do you poke fun?
You should. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. You should.
Yes.
Poke fun.
Poke fun.
Yes.
It's say, get out of here, peasant. You don't belong in here.
It's fun
It's
and
an Apple store.
Yes.
Apple store.
Now, we're converting the world, one person at a time, Windows, Android, everybody's on my list, just a matter of where you are.
Yeah.
You might be close to the top, and I can tell if I'm going to convert you pretty quick.
Pretty fast.
Whoa, this
Wow.
took an interesting turn.
How many times is someone walk in with an Android phone saying, I'm sick of this.
Yep.
Can you help me out? Convert me to the iPhone. And they're like, wow, where have I been for the last 5 years? Is that a common response?
Common all the time. I mean, once you really, I'm going to get a little pushback on this, but
Okay.
once you kind of get into the Apple ecosystem, it just works. It's just really nice that it's all together. Apple makes the hardware. Apple makes the software. It all kind
That's
of
the Android
marries up.
group is a hard group.
Yeah,
They
it
stay
is.
unified. It's a small. They're a bunch of fighters.
That's right.
They are. They're very small. Yes.
I don't know any. Do you know any? I don't know. An
I do. I know.
Android user.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes. The Shin Daddies are Android people.
And
Whoa,
they're
yeah.
very strong
Fascinating.
Yeah.
opinionated
About it.
Well,
yes.
are they?
Because they have to. Because they're like 2%ers.
Yes, right.
So they have to stay strong.
Shit, he's an Android
Yeah.
user.
I saw something the other day that said one of the best branding things ever done by any company ever was by Apple with the blue messages. Because you mentioned Android, you text, if you text
Green.
from
Green.
an iPhone, it's green.
If
And
you're
it
in
just
the-
doesn't look right.
No,
Yeah.
and you
But
feel
the
nervous
blue-
about
oh,
it.
You feel weird.
It
Yeah.
makes
You
it
feel weird.
Exactly.
And it's like, hold it now.
Wait, why am I in
This
the
is spam. I got spam.
I don't like it. Is this a
I'm getting
is this a
catfished.
landline? Am I texting a
I'm
landline
getting
right now?
catfished. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Or the group message, the one person that's a Android guy, and you're like, come on.
Yeah, we have a giant family group, but we have to send any photos in Messenger. You know why? Because it's half Android, half.
Yeah.
So the photos don't. When you send one out, it doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
convert.
Yeah, it's a lot, guys. We have a lot in our family at Christmas time. It gets heated.
Yeah,
So
that's heated.
Point
Yeah.
being, just use Apple, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just use
Thank
Apple.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Just make
you.
a
That's what I
conversion.
use.
Yeah.
I have an Apple Watch on right now,
That's-
ready to go.
That's
You're
right.
in the ecosystem.
Yeah, I'm in the system. I'm in the
Yeah.
system.
Drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
It also means
Ooh.
we're also being tracked by the government.
Yeah.
Got a text here. By the way, we're joined in studio by Jeremiah Tripp from Computer Hardware.
Trip-tastic.
Tech Time with Tripp here on the ticket. We got a text from Andrew at Newton's Lawn Care.
The worlds are colliding.
The worlds are colliding right now. Andrew, if you could, how's sugar?
There's a lot to take in
Andrew
right now.
says, I was at Computer Hardware yesterday. Please tell Tripp, please tell Ian, thanks for fixing my computer yesterday. It made it easier to get things back going today.
Love it. I
Andrew.
will.
So he would have had
Thank you,
no
Andrew.
fertilizer out today if it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
They
that's
would
right.
have shut down. Everything's run by computers.
Business is running as usual for Andrew today.
Yes.
That was Andrew.
That's Andrew from Newton's
From
Lawn Care.
from my garage.
That's right.
This is a lot. This is a lot to take in right now.
Okay, we're in the year 2024, Tripp. I'm curious, this year, what's the oldest model you've seen that's working that somebody's brought in to at Computer Hardware?
Oh, I got a great story for this. This is, it's been within the last 12 months. I have had this sweet old lady as a customer for a really long time. And, we've done different things for her. And she comes in and she's carrying a brown paper bag in the store. And I'm like, oh, man, and what's going on, and she takes out her laptop and it's, it's a dinosaur. I would say it's early 2000s, 2001, 2000. She sets it on the counter. And it's like a freaking brick slamming down. And, what's going on? And she's like, well, she pops it open.
turns it on, starts going to town, doing whatever she's doing. And she's like, well, I've just never had this thing serviced. I just thought I'd bring it into you guys. And I just tried to dodge this bullet as much as I could. And I'm like, well, if this machine is still working for you and doing the things that you want it to do, I said, there's probably not a good reason for us to service this machine. You know, it's just given the age of it. She left, and I just, it's the sweetest thing. She just wanted us to look at it just because it working. There's no problems, you know, and I've just never had a service.
How old?
A historical computer.
I would. Yeah, early 2000s.
Early
easily.
2000s still working.
Well, I know for sure pre-2005. I do know that. So, you know, you just don't see that very often.
So how speed it up? Can you speed it up?
Yeah.
You do anything to speed it up? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Yeah.
How can you debunk the hypothesis out there that basically everything with Apple after so many years is like programmed to go down because that makes you have to buy new? That is out there.
Bill. Good question.
That's
Bill.
out there.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory is that you buy a new phone after about 3 years, all of a sudden it's not working because it's set up that way.
Yeah. Actually, there is a little truth to that myth. Apple did come out and admit to what they call throttling of their phones, and what the throttling is in their software updates of phones. They are basically, in a sense, killing their batteries, and then so people are either replacing their phone or replacing their batteries. Of course, increasing business for themselves. And so a little bit of a bad rap on Apple. They did come out and they made a statement about it. They also released, of course, a battery program here a few years back on, you know, a discounted rate for a battery replacement. They have since stopped doing that throttling mechanism, you know.
So Apple's made it right.
They made it right.
Apple has
they
made
sort of acknowledged it.
They acknowledged it, which is kind of a surprise to me, actually. Yeah, they did.
A question from Moonbot before I get out of here. Moonbot says, how do you delete system data that takes up 80% of the phone's data, it feels like?
Yeah, there's different places that it hides, you know, in different parts.
So come see you.
Yeah.
You can fix that?
Yeah. We can
just confirming, Bill. You can fix that.
Swing by. We'll
Jake yelled at me.
I did yell.
Snapped at me. It's okay. We're trying to support Trip here.
We are supporting Trip. Trip said Computer Hardware, 70th and O. Also, Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island, 4 locations across the state. Computer Hardware. And by the way, a thank you to you and BJ from Taco Win for dropping off a lunch on Tuesday. Trip,
I was out of town.
Trip was here.
I was out of
Trip
town.
was here. He dropped off
coming back from Shindaddy's.
A lunch buffet of tacos, soft shell, hard shells. It was wonderful. So thank you. And we will stop by Taco Win sometime soon also. Make those things. So he is Trip from Computer Hardware. It's Tech Time with Trip.
Boy, we learned a lot today, too.
We did.
Go Ashland Blue Jays.
Go Ashland. Ashland Greenwood.
Go Ashland.
All right, Trip. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trip.
We'll see you next month at some point. All right. Rick Heyman's Song of the Day is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hello? Hello?
Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
The countdown is on for the biggest tournament in college basketball. The clock is ticking, and a whopping $1 million is waiting for you. Warhorse Festival of Games is giving you a chance to earn the bragging rights of a lifetime. Oh, and one massive jackpot. Will your bracket beat them all? Here's how it works. Rack up bonus bracket entries by hitting the slots and placing sports and racing wagers starting March 1st at Warhorse Casino. Lock in your winning picks online after the teams are announced March 17th. Then activate your brackets in person at Warhorse Casino Lincoln by the 24th. The best brackets will win prizes each week, and a perfect bracket puts $1 million in your pocket. Get all the dates and details at warhorsecasino.com. Plus even more ways to score big. Only at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Move over, Jake.
I'm moving. Jeez.
Thursdays are reserved for a man with a wider range of music knowledge than Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era.
You would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
A man who knows a good song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get a diamond. I get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Heyman's Song of the Day, sponsored by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Day from 1973. No more Mr. Nice Guy from Alice Cooper. 464-568-51 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating and Rick Heyman, Sartor Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Go ahead. No, you're struck by a line.
What line?
It was funny. I got no friends because they read the paper. They can't be seen with me.
It's a pretty good line.
It's really good.
It's really good. Alice, he was a genius. He was genius. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for sure. Incredible. God, I hope the storyline's really good, Rick, because the song's not.
Oh, we'll get the ratings.
Hold on.
Yeah, I hope the
All right, we
storyline's
have a
good.
disagreement. You go ahead first.
Yeah,
this
I'm
time.
going to give it a 4.6. It's not.
That's a
It's
decent
not
score
walk
for
up.
hating it.
It's not a walk up. It's not. It's going to get changed. Would nowhere be in one of my iPods or whatever it would be.
I can talk him up.
So
okay,
yes,
You
I think I can
Bill
talk
up here?
Bill up.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I can get him up a few notches.
Okay.
The lyrics are genius.
There's some good lyrics.
Yeah.
I will say that. Yes, there are some.
The song is interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of agreement. If it was playing in a bar and walk up, no, I don't.
It's
turn
a
that.
song that's never in the history of music been requested. Excuse me.
That's not true.
Can you play "No More Mr. Nice Guy" by Alice Cooper? No one's ever said that. Not one time.
I don't
Has
know.
it been karaoke before? or
No,
not?
there's no
No,
chance.
you don't think so?
There's no chance. What are you guys
Okay.
going to go with?
No more
None.
Mr. Nice Guy. Really? That's your song?
It
That's
is
right.
an interesting song, though.
It is interesting. I'll give him that.
I mean that line that struck
it
you.
did story the newspaper.
Yeah.
Yes. Say it again.
I got no friends because I read the paper. They can't be seen with me. That's a good line.
It struck me.
Yeah.
It struck me hard. It
Yeah,
really
there's a lot
did.
of
So
good
Bill's a 4.6. What's
yeah,
your
well, I'm
score?
going much higher. I'll go 7.67754.
And I'm gonna go somewhat in the middle, probably more toward that, like a 6.2. It's not. It's above a 5. It's not a great song. It's a song that is forgettable, but not horrible.
Okay, what's Josh say?
Josh, I'm gonna go with I think
Josh is gonna like it. 7.9.
7.0.
He typically
Yeah.
is aligned with Rick. You know,
Yes,
you've
he
seen
is. He's very much.
that.
Yes.
There you go.
8-7 up there,
8-7.
aligned with Rick again. So an 8-7 from Josh. We're now joined by Rick Heyman, Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Rick, good morning. Song of the day, No More Mr. Nice Guy today.
Hey, good morning. Glad Josh is back. Had a nice chat with him, and he knows what he's talking about, of course.
Well, Sip gave it a nice score. I mean, he gave it in the 7s here, Rick.
And I guarantee if you walked into a bar and that was playing, you would not request that song to be stopped playing because on a big system blasting, It's a great song.
Okay.
I don't think I'd ever ask any song to be removed.
Hey, stop the song now.
Remove the song. Excuse me. Mr. DJ, remove the song.
Take it off now. Immediately.
Go ahead. Interject.
And well, whatever it is you said, and they can't be seen with me. I'm feeling real shot down, and I'm feeling mean. What great lyrics. You know, the 18-year-old back in the day, my day. I wasn't a huge Alice Cooper fan back then, but I always appreciated him. And I thought his band was great. I have a very good friend who's friends with Alice Cooper.
Oh, friends.
Alice Cooper is coming to Lincoln this year. I think he's with like a metal tour or something. But
really?
Yeah, he's still doing it. And by the way, I'm Android.
Yeah, Rick is Androids, right. You get the green text.
To you.
We see the green text in the group
weird.
chat. Yeah.
I'm really weird. However, I will say Android has the greatest camera ever in the history of the world, and it has a Z Fold. I have a Z Fold where, you know, it's like a tablet. You can fold it out. Nothing like it on the market. It's the greatest phone ever.
A Z Fold.
Quick shout out to Dr. Ring at Cornerstone Endodontics, whatever you say it is. Endodontics. Got a root canal from him yesterday. My second one from him. He's a huge fan of the show and the station. Dr. Ring, go see him. He's fabulous. Huge Husker fan.
That's incredible. Thank you, Rick. How's your tooth?
My tooth is fine today. They do a heck of a job over there. And also, I'm with Tripp, Ashland Greenwood Blue Jays.
Go Jays.
They are 24-2 and going for a three-peat, our local school out here. We love them. Okay, enough of that silly business. Alice Cooper, the godfather of shock rock. And think back about this. This was back, what was this, 73? That's 51 years ago. This was considered really racy, okay?
Okay.
And Alice Cooper was considered a heathen. I mean, Christian parents hid their children from Alice Cooper because he was just so weird and creepy and dark. But this song, No More Mr. Nice Guy, it's written by Alice Cooper. And Alice Cooper actually was a band name. It wasn't a guy's name. We'll cover that in a second. It reached number 25 on the U.S. charts and number 10 on the U.K. charts from the sixth studio album, $1 Billion Babies, which is, to this day, an incredible listen. I recommend it. Cooper wrote the song lyrics about the reaction of his mother's church group to his stage performances, saying there were worse things that he could do with his life, and the gloves were off now.
Wow.
The song has been re-recorded and featured in the video game Guitar Hero, The Simpsons, Family Guy. It was used on the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead and the movie Dazed and Confused. Cooper made a cameo appearance while performing the song in the film adaptation of the TV series Dark Shadows. It remains a live staple of one of the band's most popular songs and classic rock music staple. American thrash metal band Megadeth covered the song in 1989 for the horror film Shocker. Okay.
Trivia. Got some trivia?
Alice Cooper. I'm not going to tell you his name. He had numerous props and stage illusions, including pyrotechnics, guillotines, electric chairs, fake blood, reptiles, baby dolls, and dueling swords. The godfather of shock rock, drawn equally from horror films and vaudeville. He experimented with hard rock, glam rock, heavy metal, and glam metal, but also new wave, industrial rock, so on and so forth.
Glam metal. Didn't know that.
Glam metal.
Never heard that
You
term
hear
before.
something new, you just don't know. Let's see. His dad was an elder and a president in the Church of Jesus Christ?
A church elder.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So with that in mind, first question for Stump the Sipper. What religion did Alice Cooper, and Alice Cooper subsequently changed his name to Alice Cooper after the band broke up. What religion did Alice Cooper convert to after quitting alcohol and drugs? Buddhism, Islam, or Christianity?
Want to go Sip?
Damned. Christianity.
You get a diamond.
Brilliant.
1 for 1. Way to go, Sip.
Big Christian guy, has a wonderful charity in Phoenix where he lives that helps young people.
Okay. All right, Bill.
Is Alice Cooper's real name Charles, Vincent, or Frank?
Vincent.
Another diamond.
There you go, Bill. Nice, Bill.
Good job.
All right, back to Sip.
Back to Sip.
What's
Is
his like?
Alice,
Oh, sorry.
Is Alice Cooper younger or older than 75?
He's old. I'm going to go older.
3 diamonds. He's 76.
Look at that. 3 for 3. 3 for 3.
This is 2 extra questions. You guys decide how you want to do them.
Bill knows Bill.
What is Alice Cooper's favorite hobby? Tennis, racquetball, or golf?
It's not even close. It's golf.
1,000%. 4 diamonds.
Look at this. 4 for 4.
The big question. Is Alice Cooper in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Absolutely.
100.
Yes.
100.
5 diamonds today? Is that right?
Well, look at that. Come on. Don't leave me hanging. I gotta get there. There it is. Wow.
Sorry. God, Jake.
Unbelievable.
2011, and Rob Zombie inducted him.
Okay.
We got 5 for 5 today. We're on a roll. Rick, what's going on right now at Sauter Heyman Jewelers?
This is it, everybody. The biggest event of the year, the Wedding Band Expo, starts the 14th at South Point. 20% off all bridal jewelry. That includes engagement rings, wedding bands, you name it. Maybe you want to rededicate your marriage, get her a new band. Maybe you want to upgrade. Maybe you just want to get engaged for the very first time. This is it. The best quality, the hottest styles. I mean, don't mess around. Why would you mess around? Come to Sauter Heyman, get 20% off the Wedding Band Expo. Check out our website, sauterheyman.com. They prefer if you make an appointment, there's a text number on there that you can call in and get an appointment because that's how packed it's going to be.
Wow.
It's like Shin Daddy out there.
Wow. Wow.
Just crazy. And we might have, circus animals. I don't know for sure yet.
Chimps?
We haven't
Any chimps
decided.
out there?
We might have some chimps.
Ruben.
We might have some clowns. Yeah. That is Sauter Heyman at South Point, and then the weekend after that, it's in Grand Island. So check it out, sauterheyman.com. Check out our Instagram, our Facebook. I'll post more interesting factoids about the one-of-a-kind, chart-breaking Alice Cooper on my personal Facebook at Rick Heyman.
Rick, thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next week.
Bye-bye.
That's Rick Heyman's Song of the Day. Again, No More Mr. Nice Guy by Alice Cooper. Hall of Fame. 5 for 5 today.
5 for 5.
5 for 5 on the Diamonds. Top of the hour is next.
Thank you, Rick.
Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Saturday, March 9th, versus the Orlando Valkyries at Addition Financial Arena in Orlando. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 5 p.m. with first serve at 6. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location opened up last week at 70th and Pioneers. Yes, stone all over the building.
You and your stone.
Oh, the stone.
Yeah, if you saw the
like I
stone,
said,
you understand what I'm talking
you'd have
about.
been there. It's like walking into Yellowstone.
Yeah.
What it was like.
That's right.
I felt like we were on a ranch. I felt like we were on a ranch.
Imagine being at a bank on a ranch. How cool
Yes.
is that? It's
I
pretty
felt
cool
like-
is what it is.
It's like I went to ride a horse up and make a deposit. That's what it felt like.
Probably could do that at the
Probably
drive.
could do that to drive. They let you come through.
They actually encourage it, I
They
think.
encourage you. Bring a horse. Yeah.
Get some minnows.
Yeah, get some minnows of the
Trout.
yeah,
Get
trout
some bait.
You get a picture of we need to get a picture of a guy with a fly rod on his horse getting some minnows at the drive-through.
Could have done it.
Could have
So
done
you guys went to the party.
Yes.
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 Fun party.
With Shin Daddy, which would have been nice. You could have met him.
For the
that's
second
right.
time.
That's right. You've met him before and talked to him for over a half
I got to
hour.
meet that guy. sometime.
Well,
what's going on?
Yeah, we
He's
need
got
to-
something
what's
going on.
happening today.
Schindler, Shin Daddy, has installed for today, all ages, a mechanical bull. A mechanical bull. So he set that up today. He's got a mechanical bull set up. He's named the bull Fu Manchu. Fu Manchu.
All right.
If you go
Holy crap.
he's got and Schindler
This is incredible.
Schindler is running the joystick. He's the one running the joysticks. It's kind of slow, ease into it. If you go over 8 seconds, you can your deposit of your CD. You invest your own money, but you get a 12% return.
Whoa.
So there's a pro.
12% return if you go over 8 seconds on Fu Manchu.
Oh
With
my-
Schindler, yeah.
He got
He's got
all
a mechanical
ages.
bull. Yeah, mechanical bull, all ages. It's padded. You have to wear a cowboy hat. They got hats there ready to put on. He is looping on all the. There's probably 12 big screens around, and they're looping Urban Cowboy with John Travolta.
Oh, nice.
Is playing, and they're playing both kinds of music, country and western.
This
Country and Western.
I mean, I know that he's done a lot. This might top it to me. He's
Imagine-
put a mechanical bull. in the
Imagine
back.
walking in just to do some banking, and Jake Sorensen's on a bull. Look at Jake.
What the hell's wrong with that guy? What is wrong with him? He's
There's
doing
a
right.
crowd cheering.
He's just crowd cheering. Everybody's cheering. It's like, here we go.
Come on, Jake. 8 seconds. Let's go.
Oh,
You can do it.
You can do it.
President of the bank. The president of the bank
Bank is running.
is running the
ru-
bull.
is running the bull, running the joystick.
This
Yes.
tops.
Yeah.
It's got a mechanical
Go bull.
bull. It's a great idea. It's an incredible idea.
I imagine it'd be a long line for the
Be a long
mechanical
line
bull.
for this, like that. All ages.
It's like Gillies.
yeah, it's like Gillies. Yes. Shindies. Set up like a. Yeah, it
He's
is.
like Mickey Gilly.
Mickey Gilly.
Mickey Shindy.
Mickey Shindy.
Oh my God, it's like
It's a
Gillies.
big
for
day. Big day. You can still do loans if you want to.
Is there a chance, even though he's running the joystick for all of it, is there a chance he might hop on for one time?
Oh, he'll take a ride.
He'll ride.
He'll take a ride today at 144. Shindy ride.
Shindy's on at 144.
At 144, he
Big
goes.
expectations for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fu Manchu.
Fu
Oh my
Manchu, the
God.
bull today.
Yes.
You can ride the
Great
mechanical
idea.
bull
Yeah.
That's
at
amazing.
Midwest Bank.
He's always coming up with something.
That's incredible idea.
Yeah.
Good job, Shindy. I do. Sometimes I forget his last name because we call him Shindy. It's Schindler.
Schindler.
Yeah.
Shin Daddy.
Steve Schindler.
Steve Shindaddy Schindler is the full name.
So anyway, big day there at the bank.
This is going to be fun.
I look forward to that.
I can't wait for the report.
Yes.
I can't
Be
wait
careful.
to see.
Everybody be careful.
Yeah,
I'm
careful.
sure they'll
full
be,
day.
they'll be padded
And you
around
can,
the bull.
you can watch Shindaddy on the bull at 144 on the dot.
Yes.
They're on.
Strapping
They're
in.
timely people. They're on.
They're very
When
timely.
they say 844, 144, it's
Yeah.
exactly. Don't you dare be late. It's at 44.
Can you imagine if you're in 7th grade, all of a sudden they come down like that? All right, guys, load the buses. Where are you guys going? Down to the bank and ride the bull. What a day that would be. Imagine talking about that 30 years later. Well, I'll tell you one thing. In 7th grade, we took a bus down to the bank and we rode a mechanical bull. Yeah.
Just saying you watched it would be fun.
Yes.
Question.
You probably don't have to participate if you don't want to.
Anything from the text line?
Yeah, Grant wants to know: is there bus looping today? You mentioned there's looping of the movie. Is there bus looping going
Yeah,
on?
they'll
today?
loop. They
They're
will.
looping.
Yeah, today they loop.
They're
Yes.
looping.
So if the
Yeah.
has the what is it? The school board has the school board sort of lightened up a little bit.
They have. They've realized that everything's a teachable moment.
Mhm.
So now they're all about education and creating.
Yeah.
And so they want to get the kids better. So
he kind of won out.
Yeah, he's won out. He
won out.
Yeah, imagine the education that brings a young man or woman of how to ride a bull.
He won out.
He won out.
That's the thing.
He won out.
He sort of won a power struggle.
It was teachable.
Right.
Everything about he presented to the school board about the educational of what he's doing, and that's what changed everything.
Well, I'm sure he ruffled a few feathers.
Well, just remember, it stirred a lot of emotions up too. Taking everybody trout fishing at Royal, and all of a sudden we got into the chimpanzees breaking loose in 2005.
Stirred a lot of emotions.
They got 2 breaking news sounders yesterday.
Breaking news. They had to play breaking news.
The breaking news, please. Thank you to Midwest Bank for sponsoring hour 2 of the show. 402-464-5685.
Oh, we got some breaking news.
As always, we do?
Yeah,
We do?
play the sound.
Hang on,
Play it.
Hang on.
Okay.
Real quick.
Hang on.
Good.
I got to get pulled up here. Go. Wait. Breaking news, courtesy of Steve Sipple. What do you got, Sip?
Friend of the show, Katrinka. Happy birthday to
Katrinka. Happy birthday.
Yes. Katrinka's birthday today.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how old. I don't think she'd want me to say. I'm not even going to guess. But Katrinka, it's her birthday. Happy birthday.
We should make a post about Reggie Bush and the Heisman and all today, like Johnny Manziel.
She's a good friend of the show. She's a friend of the
I tell
show.
you one
She's
thing.
a big fan of the Heyman segment.
She has. She does. She loves the Rick.
does. She does
loves
like that.
that section. She
Big
always.
fan.
She likes to text in and comment about some of the
songs,
the uniqueness of Rick's presentation.
Right.
Also, she has connections at Fauner Park.
She does.
She got my name up on the board.
That's very cool, still. I love
my
that.
name was on the board.
Yeah, Katrinka has a lot of connections everywhere.
A lot of connections.
She did
everywhere.
get your name on the video
Thank you.
board.
On the video board.
The
Thank
tote
you.
board.
The tote board. Exactly right.
Yes,
the tote board.
tote board.
Yes. Thank you, Patrinka.
Right, there you go. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day.
Yes.
I got a text before we get to football, a basketball question. We'll make sure I address this. Jake
Please.
and Hickman says, are we still looking good for the 4 seed in the Big Ten tournament? The answer right now is yes.
Slam dunk.
Northwestern's lost last night, put Nebraska right now tied for 3rd in the conference at this point. You want Rutgers to beat Wisconsin tonight to make sure that they continue to get out of the way of a potential 4 seed.
Do you have to beat Michigan?
Nebraska has to beat Michigan.
Okay, that's part of this.
Yes.
If you lose to Michigan, you might not get the 4.
Correct.
You might
It's
not be in the
interesting.
top 4.
Right.
Oh,
You could drop
God,
to
this
5.
is a big game. It's a big game on
Sunday at 11.
morning.
Three
11.
wins in the conference for Michigan. Yeah.
Hey, change Meet the Press quick. I think the game's on.
Forgot to switch it over.
I'm still freaked out by that tip-off time.
11 a.m.
I don't know why. Anyway, so they need to win that game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm
riveting.
So there's
It's
your
pretty riveting.
There's your basketball update.
Yeah.
Wisconsin Rutgers tonight, 6 p.m. FS1.
Okay.
In Madison. All right. So we got a couple of football things here. That Sip also.
I wanted to ask Bill some questions.
Would you please ask the question?
Let's just skip to the. Okay, so
please
what's
do.
going on right now in the college game? The various committees are looking at this. I'm maybe a little more interested than some people. Bill, in the season upcoming, there are going to be some changes. One is going to be there's going to be coach to player communication, speakers in the helmet, a quarterback the quarterback, and then one defender on the other side, and then also tablets on the sidelines. Tablets on the sidelines, and I think there'll be up to 18. Start with the speaker in the helmet. Would that be significant to you?
Significant. I like it. I think it's already being the communication has been used for so long and effectively in the NFL that when it drops into college football, they've already worked through the bugaboos. So when you first start this, like, hold on, this didn't go so well. So now a couple things that come up. You got to have multiple helmets with the same size for all your quarterbacks. So you have to have, like, so if all of a sudden your helmet goes down, you switch the helmet. It can't be like also like, oh, doesn't fit right. That's a disaster. But I think the part of it is practice is where I think it's very interesting because you want to be using it basically the entire time at practice.
Ooh.
I mean, not the entire time, but when you go to team
I didn't
sections,
think about that.
you want to constantly be having someone in there. There also is I haven't read if the cutoff time will be the same as it is in the NFL when
It's 15 seconds or when the ball is snapped. With 15 seconds left on the clock, clock.
It'll be.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That's odd, but it'll be very odd to me because that means that if it's 15 seconds right now, if you're going fast tempo, you're up on the ball at like 25 seconds. So you could actually make all the checks for them. You could be like, throw hot, do this. I know when the ball snapped, it goes dead. I think that will be interesting because there's so much more constant tempo in college football.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't shock me if the clock, if it gets moved off sooner, if it gets shut down sooner. That would be something to be very interesting of how that would play out.
So shut it down at like 20 seconds.
Yeah, because with the tempo, if you're saying 15 seconds, they're on the ball at 25 seconds. And so they're seeing the look. He's actually making the call. Hey, we're going to run this. This is the call. Hey, throw the hot. Throw this. Throw the glance.
So you can be in the quarterback's ear, the coach.
Which could be very difficult for a quarterback if that communication is going on.
Why is that?
Imagine just having a headset on and all of a sudden something like that. Look right. Look to your right. Look at. I mean, it's just going to be unique things happening with it. So there'll be some things to work through. I think it's just the way it is of the future. It's
going to happen.
I'm completely 100% against the tablets. I don't like.
Why is that?
Because everyone will be just staring at the tablet. I want to have communication. There are probably some things you could show. I agree with that. The number of times I look over and they're just looking at a tablet, and sometimes they're showing like, "Hey, this is it's like this would happen here on this 4th and 1 call. We ran this, it didn't work. Whatever." It's like we're not running that call again this game. There's no chance. We're having a conversation about that. That's a conversation to have tomorrow.
Okay.
That's not to have right there. But they can't stay out of it. They meaning the assistant coach, right? They can't stay out of the tablet, and they're going to be just. So you talk about the coaches' buried faces.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be buried faces.
Yeah. Interesting.
And they're going to be like, oh man, they got this thing together. They got it. And sometimes you just need to talk to the person.
Interesting.
If you bury yourself into it, I don't see that being like, oh wow, this is just going to be remarkable difference of what's happening. There's some things you can show. Can you learn from it? Yes, there's things you can do. But I think at some point in time, it is nice just to let them play.
Mm-hmm.
Just let them play. If you want to talk to them as a coach, it's part of it. So just being the video guy or the guy that just does this. Hey, look at this. Now look at this. Now see what this happened right here. Because all of a sudden you get so caught up in what you're doing right there, you just can't get yourself together.
Football's interesting.
So it concerns me. So I'm not a fan of the tablet on the sideline. They're basically doing that because the NFL does, so we have to do it. That's what it is.
Tablets, and the reason I bring it up in part because people are going to notice it. So they're using tablets. Yeah, it's probably going to go forward. The mechanism in the helmet's definitely going forward. It's not official, but it's close to it. Then the other thing is a 2-minute warning at the close of the first half and at the close of the game, which is just a TV.
You'll either like it or hate it.
That's NFL, man. That's
if all of a sudden it's like you're trying to run the clock out. There's a 2-minute warning now. You're like going, this game could have been over. We could have won. So there's a 2-minute warning. All of a sudden they're going to get the ball back now. So you'd be like going, this is stupid. And then if it works for you, then you'll be happy.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yep.
I kind of like it. It doesn't bother me. I kind of like it.
What's the other thing, Jake? The signing period.
Well, yeah, it was a rumor a couple weeks ago. Now it's actually per the Athletic, it's official that the signing day will be actually the couple days leading up to conference championship Saturday. So this is before.
So the Wednesday before. So it'll be right after the last game.
Correct.
So the last game's over, and 2 days later they sign.
Yep.
Or 3 days later they
And
sign.
so no summer signing day. No June or August.
No June. That's right. Yep.
They're not doing that. So there'll be 2 signing dates still.
Right. And then the transfer portal window opens up after the conference championship game. So it's done before the transfer window opens up. That was the whole intention.
So it affects no bowl games. That helps.
Mm-hmm. The summer signing date I thought was intriguing, but I just if you have it in June, again, this is not happening apparently. If you have it in June, I mean, you just that's so early for kids to sign, right? I mean, their senior year could go awry. There's a lot of things that could happen. And then August, I thought the August one would just impact coaches too much because I've always regarded August camp, preseason camp, as one of the most stressful periods for a coach.
It's stressful. It's just long. It's
probably not. It used to probably be more stressful though, right? When you were actually hitting.
It's the stress is the same. It really is. It's just because you have more walkthrough time, so you're still on the field. You're still the detail of camp is insane. to not waste time in with what you're doing. It's really insane.
That's what I've always felt.
And so it leans on you pretty hard.
Yeah.
And it's long days.
It's hot. It's long
days. It's just the way it is. So to have a signing period during that would be a little bit rough, but I don't get too much into it. It's like you just recruit your players, and whenever they're supposed to sign, they sign. And like with Ed Ogeron, like the early signing period, your guy better sign. Your guy better sign.
I bet you 85% of the players.
You basically just move on if he doesn't sign.
I think 85% is my guess would sign in the summer. Now that's not going to happen because it's not happening, but that's a lot. Very interesting to me. So, but it's not happening.
No, it's not happening. It'd be right before the conference championship game.
You're in the group of 5. You'd love to see all the signees in the summer.
Ooh.
That way, you know who's out of the way.
Okay.
So there's no more. It's like you're recruiting. You're at Wyoming. You're recruiting someone. Well, so and so from Nebraska called me last week.
Great.
So I'm still, and it's like, and here's what you'd always ask. Here's what you'd always say to them. Okay, so talk so and so. When's your official visit? It's set on the last weekend of January. So it's like, just so you know, you're not going there. You're not going on an official visit. That's when you set everyone that's not going.
Really.
That's when you set everyone that's not coming. Last weekend in January. Why? Because then all of a sudden, if they set it that way, if something all falls through, they can bring them in. But in general, they're going to get a call somewhere about mid-January. Hey, just want to let you know we filled up. And that's what it is. So that's
hardcore.
You know right away when you're talking to someone, like you kind of chuckle and they're like that. He's got a trip to Auburn. When's he going? January 30th. And they're like, we ain't going to Auburn. We ain't going to Auburn. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
you know.
Wow.
Or if it's like he's going on an official visit. When's he going? December 15th. Okay, that's real.
Okay.
That's real.
Okay.
So but if you're in a group of 5, it's nice having all that stuff out of the way.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, it'd be very helpful. Everything is
Clear
out of the way.
The picture a little.
Also, it makes you really be. All of a sudden, you start signing. If you started signing people in July, be going like, "You sure? You really sure about this? Are you 100% good on this?"
Mm-hmm.
Because boy, now in state, I think it's easy. It's like, hey, even if he has maybe an okay senior year, we're still taking him. He's from Elkhorn. He's from wherever. We're taking him. But all of a sudden, someone, like I said, plays really poorly or something happens like that goes down, then you've already signed him.
You're signed.
Before we get to break,
good job, Jay.
Beck's Hybrids is the largest independent family-owned seed company in the USA. Founded in 1937, Beck's Hybrids provides unrivaled customer service and product diversity for both corn and soybeans. A company founded on faith, family, and farming. To find your nearest Beck's Hybrids representative, head over to beckshybrids.com.
There's a pretty big issue that just happened that came up at Beck's. It's they're under investigation.
Stop.
They're under investigation from the Federal Seed Company Commission, the FSCC.
Yeah.
Yes, because they have ridiculous, and they say it's. I don't know if it's above ground, above water, with their rewards program. They have such a rewards program for when you buy seed for the gifts that you get.
They do.
So they're under investigation that right now. Because right now, if you bag like 2 bags, if you come in and buy 4 bags of seed, like $100, you get like a free side-by-side.
They do have a lot of gifts.
Yeah, they have a lot of gifts out there.
You can get a golf simulator from Beck's Hybrids. Seriously,
yeah.
It's part of the package.
Part of the investigation.
Part of the investigation. So right now, it's been so ridiculous that if you're a Beck's customer of what you get for your rewards program. So it's under investigation. So it's still going. It's ongoing, right? It's still ongoing. You can go in
federal?
right now. Yeah, it's federal.
Is it?
It's federal. Yeah,
it's reached the federal level.
But they're on the up and up. But I'm just telling you, it's being that's how good it is. Think about that. The feds flew in yesterday.
Yeah. So but you're confident.
If you see them walking around, it's okay.
Be cool.
They're just be cool. Be cool. It's feds. They could lock you up.
They could.
Yeah.
beckshybrids.com. When we come back, Bill's Thrills on a Thursday. Next, an early break of the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Life is all about balance, so how about a little sweet and a little heat to make your week? At Wings and Rings, we're introducing our all-new Hot Honey menu for the month of March. Try our one-of-a-kind house-made sauce on the brand-new Hot Honey chicken sandwich or our Hot Honey shrimp and slaw. And of course, you can get it on the traditional boneless or smoked wings that have made Wings and Rings your go-to neighborhood spot. But don't wait, Hot Honey is only here until April 1st, so stop by Wings and Rings at one of our 2 Lincoln locations today, on O Street and on Village Lane.
The countdown is on for the biggest tournament in college basketball. The clock is ticking, and a whopping $1 million is waiting for you. Warhorse Festival of Games is giving you a chance to earn the bragging rights of a lifetime. Oh, and one massive jackpot. Will your bracket beat them all? Here's how it works. Rack up bonus bracket entries by hitting the slots and placing sports and racing wagers starting March 1st at Warhorse Casino. Lock in your winning picks online after the teams are announced March 17th. Then activate your brackets in person at Warhorse Casino Lincoln by the 24th. The best brackets will win prizes each week, and a perfect bracket puts $1 million in your pocket. Get all the dates and details at warhorsecasino.com. Plus even more ways to score big. Only at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. Your home for always 72-degree weather and no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for the Masters in April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf. The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Saturday, March 9th versus the Orlando Valkyries at Addition Financial Arena in Orlando. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 5 p.m. with first serve at 6. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to Bill's Thrills in 1 second. Before that, Sip was showing off his boots out there to me, showing off the Meindl
Where are
shoes.
they from?
Yeah, Meindl, USA, MEINDL, USA.com. Based out of Sydney. Got Dan here in Lincoln, Dan Schumacher. Works at a shoe place.
Works at a
Incredible.
shoe place.
The best name
Schumacher.
ever.
That's
the best
like
name ever
on
for-
Seinfeld, the guy that was investigating Jerry for a book that was missing. His name was Bookman.
Yeah,
because your name's Bookman. You work for a library. Schumacher.
Yes,
makes
at-
shoes.
That's right. So
He sells them. I don't
Sells
think
them.
he makes
He might help make
He
them,
might make
sells
them,
them, but
he might make them. They're made in Germany.
yes,
The company's 300 years old.
older than the USA, right?
Yes, older than the USA.
I was telling these guys, Bill,
Meindl.
these shoes are strangely comfortable for boots. I mean, I wear them. I'm not.
Could you play pickleball in those?
You could.
I bet
Probably
you
could.
could. I think you could.
Yeah, you can do yard
Versatile.
Pickle.
Yeah.
You can play pickleball.
Oh, yeah. Meindl
They
ball.
look funny with shorts.
It looks funny with shorts.
They would.
You can pull it
Maybe
off.
some,
Just
maybe
do it-
some
do it
jorts, some
confidently,
jean
you know?
shorts. Simple and jean shorts playing pickleball and Meindl boots.
You could go
He'd be-
to Planet
he'd be
Fitness.
comfortable.
Planet Fitness would be fine. It'd be fine at Planet Fitness.
These
I'm
are
telling you
super-
right now, at my Genesis behind the mall, no one even looked twice at you. If you roll through with a pair of jean shorts and a pair of Meindl, no one even looked twice.
He'd be in comfort, for
There'd be-
sure.
No one would say a word to you. We didn't get a strange look.
Anyway,
But they treat you well.
They are so good, and it just
they are.
They can mention the ticket. Is that right?
That's right. Let me make sure I get this right here.
Yes.
If you go to Meindl, MEINDL, USA.com, and you put in discount code
the ticket
at checkout, you receive free standard shipping on all orders with no limit to the amount of times that code can be used. You can use it all the
Yeah.
time. There's
That's
no limit.
saving like $40. You're saving $40.
I mean, we're in our 50s, me and Bill, and I've worn a lot of boots over the course of time. I'm not joking around on this. I've never had them more comfortable than this. Never had a pair more comfortable. You know, I was wearing those other ones.
Yes.
That I wouldn't say where they came or anything like that, but they're not even close to as comfortable.
You wear these ones a lot.
I want you to think how incredible that this company is. I just happened to mention on air during the storm I need to buy boots.
Buy.
Should I?
The snowstorm.
Should I go to Tractor Supply? Should I go to Baumgart's? Where should I go? Boom! Next thing you know, they're on top of it.
There's a guy named Schumacher standing.
He's standing here. He's in the building
that same day.
Measuring our feet.
Yep.
Next thing you know, we've got him here, and life just moved on. It's incredible. Breaker.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you.
Again, the website, Meindl, MEINDL, USA.com. Promo code The Ticket gets you free standard shipping on all orders. No limit on the amount of times you can use that code. It is time to get to Bill's Thrills on a Thursday. So here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
we
it gonna be
need it.
bonanza? Right.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future
At Applebee's.
today. Applebee's.
I'll meet you at
They'll
Applebee's.
take care of you there.
Yes. I texted with Ty Steinkohler the other day. And just did some
Name
talk.
drop.
Yeah, name drop.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
But
Former Husker.
He's part of the three-legged stool over there.
Yes.
the money machine, cash cows, ATMs. Oh, and great people.
It's rolling.
It's rolling. In the tax-free app, things are going extremely well.
Funnel it through.
It's
tax season. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about taxes at all.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
What do you got today, Bill?
Well, we have something here for the kids.
Okay.
Teachable moments.
Moments.
Cool
today.
parenting tips.
Okay.
Teach your kids victory in the vault. Teach your kids victory in the vault. Very important. Teach your kids how to lock down secrets and be the forever cool and accountable kid.
Ooh.
Be the person that just becomes the vault. When you get a secret, are you one that can keep the secret? If you can teach your kids that skill set, they will be forever cool. It's a tough one. Boy, because you get excited about what? You get excited about gossip. You get excited about information. You can't help yourself. There's certain people you know right now, as we said, that's like, okay, I don't tell that person anything.
No, because
you
it'd
know,
be like telling the nightly news.
Nicely, because you know right away, it's like you give them the old, hey, listen, keep this on the DL. You know right away that within an hour.
I can think of 3 people right now.
I know a couple prominent coaches that we talked to on the phone, like, hey, listen, don't say this to anybody. When he said that, I know that 30 people already know. Already know.
Late.
It's already
too late.
You've already this. I'm the 31st person that's getting this information, and it's like it's already out there. But if you can be the one person, that lockdown person, that one friend, that you just go like that. You know what? I can tell that person because I know it's not going any further.
But here's the thing
it's
about
a skill set. Go ahead,
it's a
Steve.
skill set, but what I think human nature dictates that you tell me something, you say vault, nothing. Don't say anything to anybody. But you got one friend that you tell everything to, so you might tell that person, and you can rationalize it in your head, like I'm just telling one person. Then that person tells somebody.
Yes, I mean, that's what I said.
But how do you not tell somebody?
There's vault people. There's vault people. Oh yeah, there's vault people. I know there's people in my life right now that I can tell. Hey, listen,
really,
this goes nowhere, and it goes nowhere. I know it does. But the thing is, y'all
sealed.
With the vault people, what you have to look into is this. There's vault people. Is that you have to look at them and say, okay, not only are they vault people, but could they mistakenly break out of the vault? Some people might say it by mistake. They're not even trying to talk. And all of a sudden, you heard about SIP, right? And all they say is, like, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. So be careful of those people also. Right. They're not even being
absent-minded.
Yeah, they're just like, it just flies out. And they're like, I didn't want to say that.
They didn't mean to.
But everyone, I'll guarantee you right now, everyone has a vault person.
I do.
I know. I have several that are vault people. The one that gets dicey is this one. Here's where the diciness gets in vault people, is that there's certain people like that that's like, hey, husband and wife like that. Someone's always like, I can't keep anything from my husband or my wife. We're always going to communicate.
There's that.
If you have those people, they're really not vault people because that now it goes to the extra. Now it goes to the third person.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So now it's a big deal.
It's a tough deal.
It's a big deal. So the vault people like that. I have a situation with my daughters. They several times have told me things. It's in the vault. If I feel my wife needs to know, I will talk to my daughters and say, I think you need to tell your mom this. You need to have this information. Yeah. If she doesn't need to know for whatever reason, it's something that has nothing to do with any.
Those are tough situations.
Tough choices. But my daughters know that I am a vault. They know that, hey, if I say this, and it might just be something like, hey, we're doing this for mom, or we're doing this, or something's going on that it's like, okay, she'll be excited when this happens down the road or whatever. Vault it up.
You got it. Yeah.
Anything from the text line.
You got to teach yourself how to do it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just put,
Some response from the text line, 402-464-5685. East Lincoln West says, my vault person is my lawn guy, Andrew Newton. Stone Cold Vault.
Yep.
Stone Cold Vault.
Also his brother.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're brothers.
But you know what? All brothers aren't vaults.
No.
It doesn't come.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
absolutely not. No. But if to have a vault person, here's the other thing too. You don't have 19 vault people. You have one, maybe two. One, maybe two. Usually a family member and a friend member. And that's your only vaults.
Some more response here. Someone says, it is a serious responsibility. It is.
It really is.
It is.
But the thing is, either a vault person or not, I can't remember ever being educated on it.
Never
being talked about. Like
I've never even thought about it till right now.
But hey, talk to him about this. When you're, hey, listen, be cool. Don't do that. Especially if you don't have the information or whatever. It's just, Some people just love to be on the inside. Oh, they have all the scoop. I call them TMZs.
Yeah,
the TMZs.
You tell somebody to pick up the phone immediately, probably.
Yeah. Have you heard this one?
Believer says Sip has a half-hour conversation with people and doesn't remember it at all, like Shin Daddy.
Yeah, that happens.
That
you
happens.
guys know I'm a little absent-minded. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Cub says loose lips sink ships.
Yes.
You've heard that.
Yes.
Yep.
Very much.
Big B says I'm taking applications for a vault person right now. I need a vault person.
They're hard to find. And also the thing is
really
that
interesting.
if
That's
they're
interesting.
non-vault people, don't try to change them. That's just who they are. They're non-vault people. Don't give them vault information. Don't do it.
No, some people just want to talk gossipy.
OG Les Lancaster says I have a few close friends from back home that we all know enough about each other that we had better take them to the grave. If not, every one of our wives to the feds might be involved.
Wives to feds.
Well, hello.
Feds.
Well,
I wonder if it's the same feds doing the investigation out of Beck's Seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the rewards
We're
program.
not worried about that, though.
No,
They'll get absolved.
they'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thank you for the response. By the way,
That is an interesting.
Sean in Omaha, going back to before, he says I bought a pair of Mindles. He bought some Mindles.
Bought them.
Bought some Mindles. He
Good
also
job,
says
Sean.
Free shipping. You get the free
he
shipping.
gets free shipping. He got that. He says he also says yes, important to have the vault. Totally agree with you on this one, Sean.
The vault
Thank
is
you,
an
Sean.
interesting concept.
Teach the vault. That's the part we're getting to. Jake's laughing about something.
Someone says, I have no friends, so my secrets stay in the vault for sure. My
No
own vault.
friends. That's okay too.
That's all right.
All right,
It's
you're
okay.
one up on us.
Yeah.
You're
He's
one of
ahead.
us. You're ahead of us.
You're winning. You're
ahead of-
winning.
You're ahead of us.
Lone wolf.
There's some power to that, you know. There's some power to that.
Very interesting topic.
That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. The ATMs, the cash cows, and Lincoln. Again, have the vault. Have a vault. Your friends. Cool parenting tip.
Cool parenting
Teach
tip.
them the importance of the vault.
The vault.
Reliable people.
Victory in the vault.
I'm going to be
Victory in
thinking
the
about
vault.
that one today.
You should.
Yes.
Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-568-5. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You are 1 and 2 on the week. Today is a throwback Thursday. Now, doing some research on previous Big Ten basketball players of the year. These are the best players in the conference from the past.
Jeez.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the
Okay.
player,
Okay.
the years, or the year, and you tell me what school that player went
Oh,
to.
for
These-
God's sake,
these are
Bill, if we
Big
can't
Ten-
get this,
These are
then-
big. You got 14
Seriously,
teams.
I
So
now listen.
you're giving us the what?
I'm giving you the player's name and
year.
the year. You tell me what school that player went to.
I'm just going to say this.
I'm saying I'm over.
I'm going to say to the caller, good luck. If
Sip
I
is
can't
getting
win
cocky
this,
over here.
if I can't win this, Bill, come on.
You were cocky out of the womb.
It's right. We've heard that on the intro. Big
on.
Schools of Big Ten basketball players of the year. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip in trivia. Playing for a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. 12 bagels, 2 tubs of cream cheese. It's a good prize.
good.
It's
How
a
many
good-
tubs?
2 tubs of cream cheese for 12 bagels.
That's incredible.
It's a
12
big
bagels
prize.
is a good deal.
It's incredible.
It's a good prize.
2 tubs. Can they pick their tubs out what they want?
Yeah, they pick out their bagels and their tubs. It's wonderful. The
It's
whole
a
process
great
is
prize. It's a great
It's a
prize.
great. That's what value. What $60?
I don't
Something.
know.
Let's go with that. Sure.
60
Yeah.
probably around 60.
I don't
can
know,
say
but
it's
Bagels
60.
and Joe, thank you so much.
They've been a long-time sponsor of
Yeah.
Shut Up Sipple.
Yeah. God bless.
We've got Elion. We haven't heard from Elion in a long time.
Elion.
Elion,
Great
good
name.
morning. How do you feel about Big Ten basketball players of the year of the past?
Big Ten basketball players of the year
Yep, in the past. Yep. School.
in the past.
Yep.
Hard to do current.
Feeling great, man.
All right, feeling great. Bill's a lifeline for Sip for one question as always.
Just got to name a school? Just got to name a school.
Yes, that's
No,
good.
this,
You named the
this
school.
should be incredibly easy.
All right, this goes to you, Elion. First question. What school did 2009 and 10 Big Ten Player of the Year Evan Turner go to?
What school did he go to?
Yes, Evan Turner.
I got it.
Ohio State.
Ohio State is
Wouldn't have got
correct.
That was a guess, man.
-1.
Yeah. What were you
I
gonna guess?
was in Illinois too.
That'd be incorrect. 1-0 lead for Elion. First question, Sip. What school did 2004-05 Big Ten Player of the Year D. Brown go to?
Oh, that'd be Illinois.
Brilliant.
Illinois is correct. 1-1 tie. Bill's still in play for you. Elion, back to you.
Elion
for the lead. Elion, what school did 06-07 Big Ten Player of the Year Orlando Tucker go to? Big Ten
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is correct. It's not Orlando. It's Orlando. Orlando
Tucker.
No,
No, 606.
Yep.
07.
0607.
Orlando Woolridge.
Notre Dame.
There we go. All right, Bill's in play for the tie. Last question.
Hey, we got to get to overtime. We're trying to get to overtime.
You're down 2-1. What school did 08-09 Big Ten Player of the Year Kalen Lucas go to?
God, I don't know. I don't know that.
08-09.
You know, it's a Big Ten team. You got 14 options here.
Kalen Lucas. Bill.
Kalen Lucas.
Good God. How do
You
I
can
not know this?
confer with Bill here.
I mean, here's my guess.
Just fire it. I have nothing.
Purdue.
How about you?
How about Michigan State? Michigan State, the answer for that question. Kalen Lucas, a guard there. Elion, congrats. We'll get you bagels.
Hey, let me just say something real quick.
Yeah.
Tip, I guessed on all that, and you still lost. Trash boy.
Oh, trash boy.
You dumb.
God, you dumb. Wow, Elion, what a gracious loser.
Gracious loser.
Gracious winner. Excuse me.
Sipple did bring it on himself.
I did.
He did.
You
I
said
said
you
right
felt
away,
very
no
good.
nothing. I would.
Kalen Lucas.
Yep. Kalen
You don't
Lucas.
remember that?
No.
I barely remember him at all. I don't have much recollection. Some of these names, I'm like, I was watching basketball. I forget these names.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
there's like a DJ White from Indiana. Forgot the name. It was like 05, 06 or something.
Well,
like
Think
that.
how hard it is to play in the NBA. Some of these guys did nothing in the NBA, and they were the Big
they
Ten
didn't
players.
play at all. Yeah.
They were the Big Ten players of the year.
Yeah.
Didn't play.
Yeah, Orlando Tucker. I don't think he played in the NBA.
I don't think so.
Hey, listen.
Like even Keita Bates Diop recently, not playing much.
No.
He's like
It's really
overseas now. He was,
really
he was a couple
hard.
years ago.
Now we were covering Big 12 basketball.
Oh, it's true. Yeah,
At
that's
that
a good point. Good
Yeah.
point. Okay, tiebreaker here, Bill. This is for you. The Big Ten first began honoring Player of the Year in 1985.
Okay.
Really?
Michigan State has the most players with the honor. How many times has a Michigan State player won the award? Again, back to 85 the first time.
8.
Ooh, that's a good number. I'd say under 6.
It would be 9.
Ooh.
Ohio,
In your face.
Ohio State second.
Didn't get it right.
In the face. I got it with 1. With
Yeah.
1 off.
Ohio State second with 7 players having the award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Michigan State had how many?
He's had 9 Big Ten Players of the Year.
Got to be Steve Smith, right?
He was one, yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. Yep.
Got to be Mateen Cleaves,
Mateen
right?
Cleaves was in like 99, 2000. Yep.
Oh, I can't
That'd
do
be
much. What about Draymond?
Draymond Green was
Yeah.
Player of the Year. Yep.
That's
Yep.
3. That's pretty good.
I think maybe Denzel Valentine, possibly. I'm not
Okay,
sure. Maybe
okay.
check that one out.
Okay.
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 Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
How do the Bears get Caleb Williams? What do they have to do?
Let me check their draft pick. Number
I don't
1.
know. Pick
Oh,
him.
okay. I don't know. Pick him.
Okay,
Select him.
they're the third selection. They want to get him. What do they do? Well, okay, there's some work to do here. They have no work.
Nothing at all. The
I think they're
spillovers-
picking him, Jake.
Spillovers next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. Your home for always 72-degree weather and no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for the Masters in April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Koppel truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at KoppelCars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Life is all about balance, so how about a little sweet and a little heat to make your week? At Wings & Rings, we're introducing our all-new Hot Honey menu for the month of March. Try our one-of-a-kind house-made sauce on the brand-new Hot Honey chicken sandwich or our Hot Honey shrimp and slaw. And of course, you can get it on the traditional boneless or smoked wings that have made Wings & Rings your go-to neighborhood spot. But don't wait, Hot Honey is only here until April 1st. So stop by Wings & Rings at one of our 2 Lincoln locations today, on O Street and on Village Lane.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, honey, what do you like better? Whoop whoop or yeah?
I'm kind of partial to whoop whoop. Why do you ask?
I'm just getting ready to enter Cash Blast from the Nebraska Lottery.
Oh, yeah. The one where you can win up to $5,000 weekly.
Yep. Until April 2nd, just buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online.
I already know what my reaction would be if I won.
You do?
Yeehaw! Winna, winna, wow!
Nice. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Time for the spillover today, sponsored by Score One Smoking Out in Holdridge. Contact Chris. He's got great barbecue rubs and sauces for both competitors and backyard grillers alike. Go support the online store at scoreonesmokin.com. No G, SMOKIN. Scoreonesmokin.com. Also on Facebook and Instagram at Score1Smokin. From the text line during the break, apparently Keita Bates-Diop is on the Nets roster, not overseas like I slandered him to be. He's playing basketball off the bench.
Bates-Diop is.
Yeah. Keita Bates, the Ohio State former Big Ten Player of the Year.
Okay.
It's amazing because, Ohio State, as I mentioned, is second all-time in terms of Big Ten Players of the Year with 7. In it, we always think that's a football school. No one would ever push back on that being a football school. And just because the recent years they have not been very good at basketball, I have to go back thinking, they have had some good years in basketball.
Yeah.
You kind of forget about that with Ohio State.
Definitely, yeah, because I can't hardly remember them. But it is very real, and I should have taken into account the fact that this was Big 12, Big 8 territory.
Right.
So I wasn't paying close attention to Big 10 basketball for many years. But God, I would think I would know some of that. But I had never heard of like Kalen Lucas. Never.
The name, it rings a bell a little bit, but I don't. I was in college. I was high school. It was my last year of high school, so I was watching. Nebraska was not in the Big 10, like you mentioned. They're Big 12 at that point, but still, you watch college basketball.
I know.
You watch the dance.
Yeah. I wonder if you would have done Big 12 Players of the Year.
You would have got those right. I'll look at that maybe for next week, possibly. How about that?
Now, after 2011, I don't know how I would do.
Well, it'd be more fun to see how we do it. Big 8, Big 12 Players of the Year, going back to whenever they started, because the Big 10 began in '85 for Player of the Year.
Okay, so I bet that if you did Big 12, Big 8/Big 12 Players of the Year, Big 8/Big 12 Players of the Year from 1980 to 2010. I can't believe I wouldn't get every one of them. I can't believe I wouldn't get every one.
Okay. Well, we'll look at that for a future topic, maybe next week.
I would think I would get
It'll be timely still.
I would think I would get every single one of those from 1980 to 2010.
If I gave you the team. No, I gave you the player, right?
If you gave me the player. Yeah, if you gave me
I gave you the player.
Yeah, and we just had to say the team, and we couldn't even do that.
Right, yep.
No, if you gave me the player of those Big 8, Big 12 teams from 1980 to 2010, God, if I can't, I'd be shocked if I don't know every one of them. Every one of them.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Today, state basketball continues. Boys state basketball. Yesterday was a big day for Class A. All the rounds were played there. Bellevue West they were an upset alert against 8 seed Creighton Prep, but they held off to win 41-35. Okay. They will play
41-35.
Low scoring game. They will play Omaha Central, who I guess had the minor upset. They were the 5 seed beating 4 seed Omaha North, 72-62. That game will be tomorrow here on the ticket, 6 p.m. on Pinnacle Bank Arena. In the other side of the Class A, Miller North beat Gretna 61-54. Omaha West Side beat Lincoln Southeast 60-51. So they'll play tomorrow at 7:45.
And are Nick on all these calls with Jay's?
Yesterday, the word Josh, our producer Josh, is on the call today at 9 a.m. That'll be today. I'm trying to make sure we get this right. Today is March 7th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's 100%.
Okay. Yes. We will have this morning North Platte St. Patrick's. The 1 seed in Class D1 is playing Guardian Angel Central Catholic at 9 a.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena, and then after that, Ainsworth, that'd be Carter Nelson.
Yes,
Carter Nelson will be out there. The 4 seed against Dundee County Stratton will be at that's 10:45 also, and then Class B takes over the afternoon.
Where's the Carter Nelson game?
That's at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Yeah, it'd be worth watching that if you're a fan.
10:45 a.m. for that.
Yeah.
And as Tripp pointed out, we will not be carrying the game for Ashland Greenwood. They play at 1:30 though at Devaney Center today.
Full day
in Class C1.
But this is Josh.
Josh is doing the 9 a.m. game, so he's
scurrying over there.
Yep, he's doing a North Platte St. Pat's and Guardian Angels Central Catholic at 9 a.m. and then he'll do tonight's nightcap, I believe, Scottsbluff and Omaha Roncalli in Class B.
He's a busy man.
3 versus 6 seed. As he comes back from being sick.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting show today.
It was.
But we can revisit the Tominaga discussion. You guys are not down with the possibility of retiring his number. Did the text line, did the text line shut that down?
Pretty much.
Did it?
I think it's something where, it's going to be probably a no, but I think it's worth talking about. As we said, he is one of the most
popular.
He's one of the most known players in the Big Ten Conference, right?
He
Right?
is. Oh, 100%. And also, if you just look at impact on program, he had a colossal impact on this program. I get it. The numbers aren't there. 14, he's averaged 14 points a game this year. Okay, 14. 10.9 for his career. It's not a numbers. To me, this is not it's always a bit of a numbers discussion, but it's not totally a numbers discussion. I'm just saying my initial reaction to it when Sean Callahan brought it up was no. Then my second reaction was, if they win in the postseason, if they would win a Big Ten title, and it doesn't have to be a Big Ten title, but if they go on to win in the NCAA tournament and he is his typical Casey self. God, I mean, just think how popular he has been. I don't summarily shut it down on the conversation.
This next week can change a lot. If you laugh at the conversation now, saying, okay, whatever, what a stupid topic. Well, let's say he goes off against Michigan, right, and let's say they get the 3 or 4 seed and they get to the finals of the Big Ten tournament.
Right.
And
he has the finals.
And he has 25, 30 points. Or if
he just has 18. I mean, like the other day, he didn't have a huge game, but he made that huge shot against Rutgers from the logo.
The and one.
Yeah, the and one, a 4-point play when they needed it bad. And he's done a lot of that. He's done a lot of that. And he's just a wildly popular player.
Yes.
I mean, there's few players in program history, maybe none, more popular. So
that's a good question. Who is the most popular player
who
of
would
all
be more
time
popular?
for Nebraska basketball?
Hoppin was really popular. Omaha. He was an Omaha kid.
No,
played at Omaha Benson.
You've mentioned the name a lot. We mentioned the name a couple times today. Alex Marsh was very popular when he was at Nebraska.
Okay.
Very.
Okay.
There's a time. This saddens me how it went down, how it ended. But the craze for the first year of Joe McCray at this university. Remember Joe McCray?
Yeah.
Was unbelievable. Listen, I was in high school,
right,
and that dude was my idol. He's my
okay, but he does not touch it.
I know. I'm just giving you an example of somebody.
Right.
And
he got popular.
The options have been few and far between. James Palmer Jr. was very popular in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. He was, but not like Casey. So I don't know. I just don't stiff arm it completely. It's an interesting conversation to me because Casey's an interesting conversation, and this season is, I mean, it's become pretty well accepted now that this, I think most people believe this team can win in the NCAA tournament. It's not going to be a major surprise if they win a game, right?
No, but,
it won't be.
But my response, if they do, will be
what will your response?
Whether I'm at the game or if I'm here in Lincoln the next day of radio, I probably won't have a voice. I'll have screens for all the day ahead of it.
It'll be quite a release, I imagine. I mean, it'll be
it's just you've known me for a long time, and my love. I'm a passionate sports fan, and I've had not much to cheer for. The Dolphins have let me down.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't won a playoff game in 24 years. Nebraska basketball has never won a tournament game,
and you are a hoops fan.
And I like to have fun when my teams do well.
Mm-hmm.
So if they do something that's never happened before, and I have been a long-time fan.
Oh, you'll be out of your mind. You'll be out of your mind. Which is good.
Are you concerned about the possibility of that?
No.
The Breakers know it's going to be good luck. Call me. I'll be yelling for 2 hours straight.
You'll handle.
But it'll be a fun yell.
Yeah.
Be a happy yell, not angry. A happy yell.
Yeah. This week off thing for Nebraska basketball has been. I mean, I wish they wouldn't have had a week off. And then this Michigan game is big. I mean, it is big. You don't want to. I mean, you have a lot of momentum, and you do want that double bye. And if you lose the game to Michigan, you lose some momentum. You do lose some momentum. And you lose a double bye.
There's several things you lose with that. It's momentum. It's still this whole idea. Even though you beat Indiana, you still can't win away from PBA.
Right.
I mean, Minneapolis is the home of the Big Ten tournament. They're the host.
Yes.
Everyone besides the Gophers, that's a neutral site game for them. Not an away game. It's a neutral site. As we pointed out, Nebraska's one true neutral site game. They blew out Oregon State in November. But you don't want to go in and say, well, again, we lost to the worst team of the conference.
No, you don't want that.
Like you just proved you're able to win on the road by beating Indiana by 15, who now has won 3 straight games, by the way, including a nice win against Minnesota last night.
Isn't that something? The Indiana went on the road and beat Minnesota
by 12.
Never, ever would have picked it. Never would have picked it.
70-58. They beat them by 12 last night.
This game at Michigan, Nebraska is really intriguing to me. I mean, really intriguing.
Besides the 11 a.m. part.
That's a lot of it, though. That Fred, this is a coaching challenge for Fred and his staff. Bill would back me on that if he were here. This is a major coaching challenge to get your team where it needs to be energy-wise, mindset-wise, in that setting, which will be extraordinarily quiet.
Yep.
Against a team that you should definitely beat. It is a very interesting psychological game. And I hate that. I hate that. I hate that talk. Just go beat them. I mean, if I were a coach, I'd be horrible because I'd just be, just go beat them.
Sounds like you and I would both be bad coaches. Bill said he would kick me off the team at halftime.
You're very emotional.
Yeah.
I'm very emotionless.
That's why we do radio, because we're not coaches. We don't belong on the sideline.
I don't have any emotion. I pride myself on no emotion.
We'll let Sip go. I'll have a couple of more short segments for extended early break ahead of 9 a.m. basketball today. We'll have more next on extended early break here on The Ticket.
Jake Sorensen here for The Body Shop. My wife is nearing her due date with our first child and has been in need of a good massage as her body continues to change and adapt. Dennis and the team at The Body Shop were incredible with the prenatal massage that she's still talking about today. I was also able to get a deep tissue massage, so it was a great bonding experience and a unique couples massage in general. If you're in need of stress relief, book a massage today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Life is all about balance, so how about a little sweet and a little heat to make your week? At Wings and Rings, we're introducing our all-new Hot Honey menu for the month of March. Try our one-of-a-kind house-made sauce on the brand-new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich or our Hot Honey Shrimp and Slaw. And of course, you can get it on the traditional boneless or smoked wings that have made Wings and Rings your go-to neighborhood spot. But don't wait, Hot Honey is only here until April 1st. So stop by Wings and Rings at one of our 2 Lincoln locations today, on O Street and on Village Lane.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. You're home for always 72-degree weather and no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for the Masters in April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Again, if you are tuning in and curious where Chris Raff, AD, and Mon Green, again, the drive is off this week because of state basketball. We've got action at 9 a.m. here. We'll have about an 8:50 pregame show. Josh Lill, producer, on the call for that for Class D1, North Platte St. Pat's against Guardian Angels Central Catholic, 9 a.m., followed by, at 10:45, you can see Carter Nelson and Ainsworth, the 4 seed in Class D1 against Dundee County Stratton. That's 10:45. Again, that's D1. And then we will have all the Class B action this afternoon. Crete against Platteview. That's at 1:30. The 1 versus the 8 seed. Crete undefeated, by the way, in the season. Omaha Skutt, the 4 seed against Elkhorn at 3:15. The 4-5 matchup. In the 2-7 matchup, Norris, the 2 seed against Bennington at 6 p.m. here on at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and then also Scotts Bluff to wrap things up. Omaha Roncalli, the 3-6 game at 7:45. All those games, every game at the tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena is broadcasted live here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and also can be heard and watched on the Allo 961 Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the like there. So catch all the action of the state basketball tournament yesterday through Saturday here on The Ticket. But I saw a couple things from the text line I wanted to get to here before. We've got 2 short segments here before we get over to state basketball. WIB regarding Nebraska basketball says it might not be a surprise if they win in the NCAA tournament, but it also wouldn't be a surprise if they lost. Yes, you're right. I mean, obviously, if it's an 8-9 seed or 10 seed, you're going to be an underdog. Nebraska has never won in the dance. They've been a 3 seed in the past. They've never got the win. They've been a 5 seed in the past, never got the win, or excuse me, a 6 seed. So, of course, history is not on Nebraska's side based on that, but still, it would be a great story for the Huskers. And if Fred Hoiberg is indeed the Big Ten Coach of the Year, which he is trending right now. He can clinch that, by the way, if they beat Michigan on Sunday. I think it's over. The conversation is done regarding Coach of the Year. And if he loses, I would say second would be Matt Painter. I think Ben Johnson lost a good opportunity to get that in that conversation with the home loss to Indiana last night. It's a season-wide award, and Fred Hoiberg has been, they had a 7-0 start to the year. Of course, the Creighton loss was unfortunate, but they bounced back, beat Michigan State in December. Rough loss against Minnesota. Nebraska's never had that horrible skid. We talked about that 4-game stretch that was really tough with the road games at Illinois, and they had Wisconsin at home. They went 1-3 in that stretch. They lost to Maryland, which was a bad loss, but they bounced back and they've won the games they should have. This is where I differ. As a Dolphins fan, I'm going to bring the Dolphins and Nebraska ball together. Now, just listen to me on this. The Miami Dolphins got a lot of crap this year because they had a good record but beat nobody good besides the Cowboys. They had hardly any wins against anybody with the winning record and got beat badly in some of those games. Nebraska basketball has no bad losses, and they have good wins. Purdue is a 1 seed in the Big Ten and a 1 seed in the dance. Wisconsin, at the time, was a great win. Now it's an average win because they've fallen apart, but at that time, there was a top 10 team in college basketball. So you got that for you. So and Nebraska has proven they can beat tough teams when they're playing good basketball. So that's why, again, they certainly can have a cold spell, and they are very reliant on the 3-ball. We all know that. Nebraska is the best 3-point shooting team in the Big Ten Conference. So if the threes fall, they can beat anybody. Like they did, made 14 threes against Purdue. But if they are cold, then they can get blown out by somebody. Like Maryland beat them badly. A Maryland team that's now second to last in the Big Ten Conference. So that's why you really you don't know what you're going to get from this basketball team. They are very, they're pretty consistent, but they can be at moments inconsistent in the road, in home games. So we'll see if they can take care of business at Michigan on Sunday, and then Big Ten tournament. Can you actually, if you get the 4 seed, a couple years ago, Nebraska was the 4 seed and lost to Michigan, the 5 seed. That was a game that if they had won that game, they had a great chance of making the dance in that 17-18 season. They lose, and John Beilein's team at that point made a big run to the finals of the NCAA tournament, despite being the 5 seed in the Big Ten. You go back to Tim Miles in that 13-14 season, Nebraska was the 4 seed then, had a big lead against Ohio State, blew it to Aaron Kraft and company, and they didn't advance. It's something where if you get that high seed, can you do something with it? You already have 2 days off. Can you play a team that's playing good basketball and prove that you are actually worthy of a 4 seed and that you can make some noise in the Big Ten tournament and the dance? Because everyone out there is rooting for Nebraska, but they also are doubting, saying you are a great home team. You are amazing at home. You are average to bad other places. You can put a lot of that to rest if you simply win Sunday and at least win 1 game in the Big Ten tournament. I know it's a lot to ask for. I know it's not just as easy as that happening, but that's the conversation we're having now regarding Nebraska basketball. So, again, I would think that nationally it's a story that people care about. I remember when Northwestern made their first ever tournament, was it early years of Chris Collins, and they won that first ever game, and it was a huge story. And they actually should have won their second game. I think they got beat by Gonzaga. It was a game that there was some drama at the very end that they thought there was a goaltending that was not called. But that was a great story for college basketball. And I think right now we need great stories. It's good to have the blue bloods like North Carolina playing well and Duke's playing well at this point. Arizona's playing good basketball. Tennessee's had a great run in the SEC. They're going to be a 1 or 2 seed in the dance. Those are good stories. But you want to have the underdog story, the typical underdog. Nebraska is trending toward their second tournament appearance in 25 years. It's sad, it's pathetic, but can we make something of it and actually have some success and have something to celebrate that we will never forget? Imagine in 2024 having the chance to do something that's never been done in your program's history and that everyone can celebrate. I mean, there's so much on the table for Nebraska basketball, and I look forward to seeing what they can do with that once they make the dance. And if the opponent's a good matchup, we'll see what happens. Selection Sunday is going to be very interesting for the Huskers to see, what their draw is. And number one, what type of team is it? Is it physical? Do they play good defense? Will they give Tominaga any space at all. This is why Selection Sunday gets very, very interesting for the Huskers and why Sunday is imperative also. We'll take one last quick final break before I pass it off to Josh Lill on the call at Pinnacle Bank Arena for some Class D1 action of the Boys State Basketball Tournament. More next on Extended Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
The countdown is on for the biggest tournament in college basketball. The clock is ticking, and a whopping $1 million is waiting for you. Warhorse Festival of Games is giving you a chance to earn the bragging rights of a lifetime. Oh, and one massive jackpot. Will your bracket beat them all? Here's how it works. Rack up bonus bracket entries by hitting the slots and placing sports and racing wagers starting March 1st at Warhorse Casino. Lock in your winning picks online after the teams are announced March 17th. Then activate your brackets in person at Warhorse Casino Lincoln by the 24th. The best brackets will win prizes each week, and a perfect bracket puts $1 million in your pocket. Get all the dates and details at warhorsecasino.com. Plus even more ways to score big. Only at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Although we can't control the air we breathe outside our home, we can make a healthy difference inside, and all it takes is a call to Bryant. With healthy air options, Bryant can help you eliminate allergens, odors, and harmful chemicals, all while controlling indoor humidity levels at the same time. If it's time for a breath of fresh air inside, it's time to call Bryant. Breathe easy, breathe healthy. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see probably sunny skies to start, then a chance of rain this afternoon and the high around 57. Tonight, rain and snow likely with freezing conditions too, and a low around 32. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and snow in the morning, then cloudy and windy with the high around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tuckett for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the enrollment fee. The next challenge begins on March 23rd. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. Your home for always 72-degree weather and no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for the Masters in April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One last segment of extended early break before we head out to Pinnacle Bank Arena for our first game of day 2 of the Boys State basketball tournament. Again, that'll be North Platte St. Pat's against Guardian Angels Central Catholic in Class D1. Josh Lill on the call for that. Following that game at 10:45, you can see Carter Nelson, the stud from Ainsworth, coming to Nebraska to play football. They're 4-seed against Dundee County Stratton. That'll be at 10:45. Again, Pinnacle Bank Arena, and all those games at PBA heard here on 93.7 The Ticket. Nick Sainer will be on the call for Game 2, and all the middle games before Josh returns for the 7:45 game tonight of Scotts Bluff and Omaha Ron College. So there you go. There's your rundown of the games coming up in college basketball. 464-5685. Call or text, as always, if you have any questions. If you're still here on the roll call, shoot me a text, 402-464-5685. I wanted to give a quick plug, and this is just because I heard it. We have these ads going for state basketball. If you are in town and your team, either your team's out or your team plays tonight, I want to give a plug for the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. It is a wonderful place. It is free. It's open from 1 to 4 p.m., so not very long hours. It's free, though. Just north of Haymarket Park in the NSAA building, technically on Charleston Street. We went there for a remote last year because Eric Strickland, of course, is in the Hall of Fame for high school basketball and being baseball. He's a great athlete. He was at Bellevue West back in the 90s. But I'm telling you, this is a place that you want to see. If you are in town, if you're in Lincoln, have never been to this museum, it is free. It's open Wednesday to Friday, so not long hours. Wednesday to Friday, 1 to 4 p.m. The Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, free admission. It is really, really, really well done. All the sports kind of have their own area in there, and it's like there's like a golf green for golf. There's track and field. There's actual like track surface in the track area. Basketball's got a basketball court on it. You name a sport, they have it. So again, if you've got time, Charleston Street, just north of Haymarket Park, in the NSAA building, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. That is a great way to spend an hour or so between 1 to 4 p.m. Wednesday to Friday. Check it out. Tell them that we sent you there. and report back. If you've ever been before, please let me know if you've been. And if not, make plans to get there at some point because it's a wonderful, wonderful spot there. From the text line, 402-464-5685. Sip and I were talking about players in the past for Nebraska ball that were iconic, ones that could make their way, that were seen as very popular players. Sanderson says Isaiah Roby was very popular. Yes, Isaiah Roby was popular, but he never really broke out. He had some moments where he flashed excellence. Obviously, he's been in the league for a couple of years. He's lasted some time. Was a second-round draft pick. We all know he had a ton of athleticism coming from Kansas City, that area. Or was he from Illinois? I forget where he's from. Anyways, Roby was a great player for the Huskers. But yeah, that's a guy that was popular. Teran Petaway was very popular in his 2 years at Nebraska. Walter Pitchford was a good player in that time, even back in the 90s. Think about guys that we don't talk about much anymore. Kerry Cohorn, the all-time three-point leader at Nebraska basketball history, played into the early 2000s. We mentioned Vincent Hamilton, all popular guys, but does any of those guys deserve to have their jerseys retired into the rafters at Pinnacle Bank Arena? Right now, again, just four: Stu Lance, Eric Piatkowski, Teron Liu, and Dave Hoppen are the only four players that have their jerseys retired. I don't really know if you have anybody else that could be considered at this point that would be up there. And if it's, I don't know if anybody's being talked about that could be retired, but it'd be fun if this team does win a game of the dance to maybe get somebody honored to say this was the year that team won a game. What was the leader? What was the guy that got it done? And that's why we had the conversation about Tominaga. Despite not having great overall results, averaging less than 11 points per game in his career at Nebraska, the popular following is why you consider him for that option. But we'll see exactly what it'd be fun. It would be fun that if we had this conversation and Nebraska's won a first-round game, that we can at least have fun with it and say, is it worthwhile? Then we'd all be in a great mood because it's a fun conversation, not, hey, who are we going to hire as a head coach? What's the coaching cycle? I, for one, on that note, by the way, in talking about Fred Hoiberg possibly being the Big Ten Coach of the Year, isn't it kind of like relieving that we don't have to worry about, are we firing the coach? Are we not firing him? Who's on the market? Like, there's times where that's fun when you've had a coach forever and you've never done it before. Nebraska's gotten so used to, in whether it's football or basketball, you're just hiring and firing coaches. At some point, you get sick of it, saying it's not that fun anymore. If it's like once every 20 years, there's some fun. Once every 15 years, 10 years, maybe. But once every other year, we don't need that drama. It's just, that means your program sucks. That means your program stinks, or your coach left for a better coaching job, and that's also not very fun. That's not very fun. From the text line, someone says, how is your coworker, Eric Strickland, not in the rafters of Pinnacle Bank Arena? Yeah, he had a long NBA career, obviously a great Nebraska basketball player. Listen, Eric Strickland has every reason to be considered for his jersey being retired. He was an excellent Husker on some very good teams, and again, had a long career in the NBA. So he's someone that should, if he's not being considered, he should be considered if there's more talk about names going up in the rafters and jerseys being retired. That's a guy that for sure should have consideration, and it'd be great to see Strick up there and get recognized. But I have no idea where the conversations are at regarding that in Nebraska basketball, and if anybody beyond the four currently up there is being considered at this point. So we will see on that note. But again, reminder before we get out of here, we will send it off to Josh here in a second for pregame coverage of North Platte St. Patrick's, the 1 seed in Class D1 against Guardian Angels Central Catholic, the 8 seed. That'll be at 9 a.m., followed by Ainsworth and Carter Nelson against Dundee Calton Stratton. That's at 10:45. And then we will have all those afternoon games of Class B here on the ticket as well. That will do it for me. I'm going to pass it off to Josh. After this commercial break, we will head to Pinnacle Bank Arena for a little bit of pregame for North Platte St. Pat's and Guardian Angel Central Catholic. Thanks for listening to Extended Early Break. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy high school state basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales,